Sister Kane, you can come tomorrow. Oh, not Monday. Sister.
Our from your two Mega Radio run by Omega Radio Omega.
Beamul Auto Liberty, your auto parts store of choice. Your satisfaction is our priority. We sell everything auto except the gas. Visit our stores: 114C Hagley Park Road, Kingston, 24 Caledonia Road, Mandeville, 16 Main Street, Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth. Contact us at 876-618-2781. The time by Beamul Auto is 1 p.m.
Get ready for a weekend of excitement at the Caymanas Carnival of Racing in 3rd and 4th of Caymanas Park. Join us on day one for the Breakfast Cup, the Multi Mile Press launch, and the Charity Kentucky Derby watch party with the American Women's Group of Jamaica. Then catch the action-packed front run of Portmore and Kingston Stakes on day 2 as the road to the Triple Crown reaches its climax. Don't miss world-class racing, stylish hospitality, and unforgettable memories. Caymanas Carnival of Racing, where elegance meets excitement.
It's now time for Jamaica's first and the number one daytime sports morning show, the Sports Desk. Call us and let us have a discussion.
All right, greetings and salutations. And welcome again to the Sports Desk for the final day of the week. The name is Euclid. And, well, just a quick reminder of the numbers before Zidane drops in. 615-2841.
Master, open up the mic, man. The mic is open? We're not here.
Yeah, man, it is.
Okay. Yes, I'm hearing myself now. Maybe something wrong with it. Yeah, good afternoon to the listeners. Hoping to hear from a couple of people today who I was having some conversations with last evening at 615-2841. That's 615-2841 or 676-6968. So what is on my mind today is I'm wondering why is it taking so long, seeing that weekend is the final set of fixtures for the JPL, a decision on the Mount Pleasant situation. I've not heard anything yet, whether they're going to lose the 15 points, who will gain points, what potential places people could end. I don't think they should wait until the final fixtures are played to make a decision on that. So I'm kind of confused as to why, what is taking so long. If it is as clear cut as Cavalier FC made it seem to be in terms of the transfer. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that runs up by the end of the day and tomorrow.
Yeah, that's one of the questions. Mount Pleasant are convinced that they did not wrong. So it should be interesting to see which way the competition committee go.
Indeed. All right. So talk to us, Asta.
Asta, the ball hasn't yet started rolling.
Oh, Lord. Asta, somebody saying the app is down. There's going to be problems today. So, see to that. All right. So, in NBA last night, why did a performance from Garvey? I know Garvey is on the bandwagon, Jalen Brunson, the New York point guard. And, boy, he was special last night, especially down the stretch. So, I enjoyed the performance last night from Jalen Brunson. It was a play where he almost fell down, and he would have obviously been called for a travel. And he kept his balance and still eventually scored. Boy, and then that big 3-pointer. The way he missed the defender to get open and then knocked on that 3. And when you look at somebody saying the app is up and running back. So that is wonderful.
Great news.
Yeah, so
great news.
It was excellent stuff. Great stuff from Jalen Brunson last night. And when you look at Jalen is wrong, you realize how talented this league is, and that when I feel like Reggie Miller was a star in the 90s, there's no comparison as to which era has more talent, whether the 90s or now. Because, for example, Jalen Brunson is a far better basketball player than Reggie Miller. And Jalen Brunson is struggling to be seen really, in terms of ability and talent to be among the top 5 players in the league, despite the brilliant performances last season in the playoffs and what he's showing this season again. Shows how much talent is in the league. Difficult to crack that top 5, even though he's also well.
All right, so remind you of the two numbers again. 6152841 who wants to open the innings and who wants to be the person who raises the first topic or who continues to talk about issues that we have already spoken about. I don't know how many of you watching the T20, the breakout. Jamaica have lost. Well, Jamaica has played 3 games with 1 losing 2. Some decent cricket being played. The team being coached by Nikita Miller, and some reasonable cricket is being played. Trinidad got 3 from 3 with Josh the Silva opening. And the more I talk to people in Western Ontario, the more it appears that Josh the Silva seems to be the front runner for the Western Captains. But you never know. You never know. Seeing news this morning, Josh Curley was arrested. I don't know how many of you heard that. Under active investigation. Should have completed in the Grand Slam track that started today. No details as to why he was arrested. But I suppose as time unfolds, as time goes on here. But we'll take the first one right now. Greetings and welcome.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, thanks a lot. How are you?
Good afternoon, Fortis.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
all is well.
yeah.
Just get a little power up shortage at the independence. Yeah,
Oh wow.
I don't know what I go on. So, I can't be able to show, but I'm glad to get through quick and fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, big show as usual. Um, yeah, me there, maybe there, a little prelude before him go make the century, you know, and he make him debut at 14. Indian there, Orville.
Yes.
Yeah, and you're going to get surprised about where the so-called call of the year come with all the way.
Me surprised.
I mean, yes, the fans them part, a sports like fans them part.
Yeah, man. No, I think him is a big fella, man.
Yeah,
The
because
man talk some crap sometimes. You have to wonder.
some crap most of the time.
But,
So coming from a man where him be a superstar like Daniel or Christie, 20% passion.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not surprised enough.
The man, I mean, I don't want to start up my pressuring. Why?
I can't explain because
The
so me I
bowling
say,
position, the bowler is occupying a bowling position. Don't you know that, Orville?
yeah, don't
So me say which bowling position? Because when he bowls, he runs to me down or still me down.
the ball is occupying a feeling for
A feeling position, right? Because when he finishes bowling, he goes to still me down. Still me down.
When you hear them, man, you wonder if them only watch cricket rather than you ever play a cricket.
No man, Sato just decide that whatever I say, he's going to find a way to come.
Oh, so
And boy,
it's no objection. You need to be in our court. All right. Enough of him, Bramble said.
I agree.
To a start now, and want to talk about a little bit of mountain. It kind of technical, but a tougher. I might run at you, don't know, but both come and supersede him or surpass him.
Yes.
That's half of the man where Brock Rory put the face out to make an athletics out there and see. You see me I say. You might have some close and things, but that's half of your Kira Crown and graceful. You see me I say. Because 2 things never tell us half, right? That Jamaican era from 2008 to about 2016 could be the greatest athletics era in Jamaican history, athletics history.
Between when I went 8 and 6,
2008 and 2016.
I don't think
Charge
too
the
many
world.
people could go around.
Yeah, they want to take charge of the world.
Yeah.
And it is a very significant chapter in athletics history, Olympics history. In all the Olympics,
Yes.
it is not the most significant dominance certainly play a part. I'm sure that we didn't have to check it out to move to see. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah, so pick and fast. No. So I say, let's pray to the Almighty, man. Just solve all problems. Yeah? Blessed Lord. Yeah, unpleasant.
Yeah.
Um, I feel that, let me just say, ungratefulness in a way because Mount Pleasant has been practically flying for the season before them obtain them balance. You see me?
Yeah.
Squad accumulate, they can say next to perfection.
Mm-hmm.
Most goals, pint, top of the league. You see me? I say?
Defensive
I
record.
know you had football from all that time to time to strengthen your teams and squads, but I don't think it was needed.
No, well, guess what I mean. You see, after the Lionel Messi with Cavalier in the state
Yeah.
a few weeks ago, I don't think them strengthening them squad and all for the Premier League. I think Mr. Gould has his eyes, and they had their eyes on it before. But
Oh, okay, and the Caribbean
I
champion.
think that is, and even further.
Yeah, man, going to African club champion.
I think that is where them plans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, nothing wrong with that thing about this. When it come on now to them, when it come on to paperwork, make sure them smooth and squeaky straight. Why we didn't expect that boy go through the process and make sure not like this come up in our time like this.
Yeah.
So, me, I say,
Mm.
guys, I really applaud you know. I'm a rate with more, I'm a rate a goal, you know. I rate Mount Pleasant, even though Tivoli and man, like, big up Tivoli and play and go on. So, me, I say,
Mm.
but we rate the program and the organization. So, it is like really astonished on how they pan out.
Yeah.
So, me, I say, yeah, really a blemish. I'm really a bit upset about it, but I hope it can work out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hopefully the rules says they can be fined only.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
That could be a part of the ruling if you're found guilty of that sort
yeah,
of breach.
no strict punishment.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It would be unfortunate if other teams would just get points. And they really wouldn't.
Yeah. So, Zidane, we have to know the trade benefit Lakers,
If it benefits Lakers, the trade.
yeah,
Abs-
championship trade,
Absolutely.
and the thing.
Absolutely. Man. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, man. There's a top five player in the look kind of who can handle the ball and bring up and initiate and create offense.
Yeah, but it not defense like Anthony Davis.
Yeah, but Curry not defense like Anthony Davis. But I take Curry over Anthony Davis.
Yeah, but yeah, remember say that 1-2 punch the last when I tried to the Lakers. Although them have been
But LeBron James, you know me, but
yeah, more
yes, you have to think about the future, you know. So you have to think that's one of the reasons behind the trade. Luka is like
yeah,
26.
me know that too. Big mark, better
So
mark.
I don't if LeBron James was 27 years old, 25 years old, I don't think they would have made that trade. I would have made it.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm different.
Yeah.
The prime years them there.
Yeah, man. They think about somebody who will take up the mantle of taking the team and then back and play. Anthony Davis is not that kind of guy. You know? Brilliant
Yeah.
player, nonetheless, you know. Excellent defender as well.
Yeah.
One of the better defenders the game has ever seen. But
Yeah.
yeah,
So it was much supposed to be the Lakers. Minnesota was better than that.
yeah. It was tough for the Lakers. Minnesota really played.
Yeah. All right, so look for yourself, you know.
Yeah.
When me I come you know. All right, maybe I go on to big show.
Yeah, man, because you know, come up, man. So, good.
Yeah.
Tired
Oh man, I will say, man. What me have to say? So CR7, Messi and LeBron get knocked out on the field here.
Yeah.
So me I say, yeah, some people are chat about this and that and hey,
No, but we wonder why it's CR7 on that list.
wish list.
That some big superstar go get knocked out on the same day. I don't know who CR name get there.
Oh, you don't want to
Man,
nobody go back.
not a big.
Zidane,
Yeah.
that's gonna take whole week, no, about month.
No man, you don't listen to why Messi saying.
What?
Messi has been a star on a team that has won the biggest prize in the sport. LeBron James has been a star on a team that won the biggest prize in the sport. Ronaldo no.
I've been a star, it's not the biggest.
Has been a star.
So we don't, so hold on, we are champions, you know.
Yeah.
So we don't have a World Cup Where do?
No, he hasn't been a star at work.
He hasn't been a start at World Cup
No.
and he scored five consecutive World Cup.
No, man.
That's where you go, man. That's where you go. You
So-
have to keep on
Hold on. So, because he scored 5 consecutive World Cup in my star.
Check this now. Check this. Boom. Salah dominates English league, no?
Yeah.
Salah dominates English league. Salah more goal than Christy by far. Christy about 178. Salah about 178. See? Everyone a survey about the 1,000 people. 1,000 fans. Who is the most exciting or who is the best foreign player ever played in English league? Cristiano Ronaldo still hold that. Yeah?
So how
30%.
Salah English will come in at this?
You see, no, me assure you, say, no matter what, you have some people, I will say, yeah, some people say, Christy still is significant.
I think it's embarrassing. I think it's embarrassing. That even one knockout that I worked with. I think it's rather.
So what on?
I think it's rather.
So what on? So how is it not embarrassing? How is it not embarrassing now? When me win 3 straight Champions League, me couldn't say Messi in a quarterfinal, semifinal.
They're missing the conquer Champions League only for time.
No, you can't Champions League. Hold on.
So Messi the dominate.
The 3 Champions League, Messi, Christy have 5.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. He win that.
The first 100
Yeah, man. But
Champions League.
yes, a fine.
You don't want to put your line there.
Even if I want to say Ronaldo, a great champion. But are you saying Messi is not a great Champions League player as well?
No, but Christy is great. Yeah.
Fine, but I'm saying it's embarrassing that somebody is that great, boss, and do have a knockout goal at the World Tournament. It's embarrassing.
At a World Tournament?
Yes.
In a World Cup?
Yes.
Not the Euros.
No, Euro is not a World Tournament. I mean, I say world already, but you're just Europe. So it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Admit it, man. It's embarrassing that Messi is the greatest Champions League player, boss. And not even one knockout. And look at man, you know, hold on. And look at man, hold on, boss. I'm saying to you, him that good at that you think him greater than Messi. And he was a striker, out and out striker, not one knockout. It's a disgrace, bro. Admit it.
No, man,
You're biased. You're biased.
It's a disgrace when you say, oh, he's Cristiano Ronaldo from
The man I worry about me. Me is not.
That is a disgrace.
Man I come about me.
Yeah.
Big up yourself. The man I want it. The man I want it this place. But big up yourself.
You can't admit it because why? It don't in the cerebral.
All right.
You see me? One serious of it. Big up here and this. You don't know.
All right. Cool. Big up.
All right, do we take a break, Asta, so we're coming up.
Clear your barrels and personal shipments with ease and convenience. Request customs contactless clearance today through CCP at jca.gov.jm. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
1:15.
Saturday is the biggest day for sports, and Omega Spirit has got you covered. Kick off your morning with BBC Sports World for 3 hours of comprehensive roundup of various sports, including the English Premier League, from 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Omega Radio, God and Sports. Sensible.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financial Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Grady, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips.
Clear your barrels and personal shipments with ease and convenience. Request customs contactless clearance today through CCP at jca.gov.jm. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
19 minutes after 1 o'clock.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, we're going straight back online. Hello. QC. Why am I getting like?
Yes, sir.
Zidane.
Good afternoon.
One must bring down boy. One can bring down the sports next, brother. What kind of reason that you are telling man a while ago? Say your man shouldn't be mentioned with Messi because the man win a World Cup, brother, for a winning team.
No, I said he was. No, I never said that, my boss.
What you say?
I said he starred on a World Cup.
No, a liar tell. I never said that a while ago.
I didn't use the word.
You said the man name to that me mention.
Yeah, I said.
You said the man name to that me mention because the man upon.
Let me repeat what I said in the QC. I said I don't.
You said something different. You never said
that. Let me repeat what I said.
I wouldn't call. Me wouldn't call.
Hold on, QC. Let me repeat what I said, my boss, and you can challenge it. I'm saying I don't understand what his name is doing there because LeBron James started on a team that won a championship, and Messi started on a team that won a major championship as well at the biggest stage. That's what I said. Ronaldo has not done it.
Even so, the man started in a Champions League, and you
I never said
Champions League bigger than World Cup.
I never said any such thing. No, I never said any such thing about be bigger than the World Cup. Boss. I said the standard is higher.
You said the Champions League. You said the Champions League bigger than the World Cup.
No, I said the standard of play is higher in the Champions League. Nothing about it.
So if the standard of play is higher, and the man win that 5 times. Me not understand. Sometimes I fear for understand the reason. Just for
I never said it wasn't great. I said what is he doing amongst those?
So why should he be there?
Because the other two was star on teams that conquer the world in the sport. They conquer the biggest stage of the sport.
World Cup. You are Orville a personal company to said Messi great before him win a World Cup. You must stop that.
No, I never said Ronaldo wasn't great. Hey, see, QC, you're a real Bramble caller though. I never said he wasn't great, my boss.
So why the man name shouldn't mention World Cup shouldn't be a part
I never said he should have mentioned. I said he should have been among those two. Those two went to the biggest stage and starred and brought them team success.
Yeah, but so what if Messi never do it? He would
if a man put up something and say, hold on, QC. If a man put up something with Pele and Maradona, and this is before Messi started and won in the World Cup now. And Messi is there. Somebody can say, what Messi is doing there? Me don't understand how Messi did it. So.
Zidane, I want to kill an argument there now. I'm believing in the argument. The World Cup, you can't do great.
I never said Ronaldo was a great. I'm saying when somebody put up a list with LeBron and Messi, Ronaldo must not be there.
Zidane, the argument doesn't make no sense. Okay. You cannot say that. The accomplished for the man accomplished.
The man is a big superstar and score one knockout goal. He get bench. And a little man from nowhere come score a hat-trick in the knockout stage. And he play 50 million World Cup and a score
even if Messi never win a World Cup,
no,
and he never play
a different thing.
Messi would still be great.
No, man, a different thing that, my boss. A different level of greatness now. Yeah, at least you have to play great.
Well, on too bias, brother. On too bias. On bias over not one in a game.
No, but you can't play great, my boss. Even if you don't win, you don't play nothing, my boss, when the knockout stage come. You flop. Every time Ronaldo flopping in the knockout stage.
Yeah, but the car just tell us the man win more Champions League.
That is a different Lord of his mercy.
And you know, say you have Champions League bigger than World Cup.
I never said any such thing. I said the standard is higher.
Say the standard is higher. You know, must give more credence to the Champions League winnings then. Common sense.
No. I know winnings me at talk about performance, but the World Cup. But the World Cup stage bigger. All right, the gap between the Champions League and the World Cup in terms of standard is not far. And the pressure on the stage is bigger at the World Cup.
You come and switch again. Zidane, I can't reason with you.
Hey, you can't reason with me. You're not sharp enough.
Change your boat.
No, I'm not change boat. I'm manager. No, I'm manager. Can't manage me QC. I don't change me. I change my mouth.
No, but Zidane, on a flip flop, you know, so you.
How am I flip flopping? How am I flip flopping? You
said the standard of World Cup is lower than Champions League.
And how
a man can buy this a defender?
Yes.
Man can buy this a goalkeeper.
But you're saying.
So you say
But you say,
oh, you said not close now. Oh, you said not close now.
You're not,
so,
QC, something wrong with you. You're not listening. Let me repeat. I say me flip flopping now. I say what you just said. Let me say it for you. The Champions League is of a higher standard than the World Cup. So how am I flip flopping?
Yeah, but you said close. You just said close a while ago.
So I used to say before that it's hold on. You're saying to me that you heard me on the radio saying the Champions League is far higher than the World Cup. You hear me Zidane Matthew said that on national radio.
Zidane.
You never hear me. You must stop it.
Time you have a discourse.
QC,
was that you can't buy the best defender.
I agree, but I have not changed from that. Let me repeat again. The standard of playing the Champions League is higher than the standard of playing the World Cup. How am I flip flopping? I am not. No, but you say me I'm flip flopping. I'm not flip flopping, my boss. You're born with that talent to talk rubbish on the radio, QC. That may I tell you.
You have never said the Champions League was near to the World Cup at first.
You're saying I used to say the Champions League is far, the standard is far higher? You're saying I used to say that? Hey, you're dangerous, you know? When you can't manage me in the argument, we don't tell lie, Pam.
Everybody was saying World Cup, a man must win a World Cup title. And you kill the argument.
I never said Ronaldo wasn't great. I'm saying, what is Ronaldo doing in a list with LeBron James and Lionel Messi?
Yeah, miss the point of me I say, no. Yeah, miss the point of me. The point of me I try to make is that when you used to come and say, boy, Champions League is such of a high standard, far better, higher than the World Cup, because a man can buy a defender, a man can buy a goalkeeper, and the country them can't do that. You
know me rank Ronaldo. Hold on. You know me rank Ronaldo third all time. Did you know that?
If you rank a man third all time, so why same name shouldn't be mentioned?
Because Messi started. Let me repeat. Because you're not working with me. Messi started at the biggest stage and his team won. LeBron James starred in the biggest sport and his team win. Ronaldo is not similar. This is not about greatness. And that you now understand. This is about being.
Think what you said a while ago.
Messi starred
on the all-time list. I'm on the third on the all-time list and can't mention with LeBron and Messi. You never had a mental ability at school. Think what you said.
Why is he there?
Zidane, you never had a mental ability. You don't realize what happened. If the man is on your third time list, why can't he be numbered among
because those two started at the biggest stage and their teams won. So when you put up
number 3, then
what those have, him don't. So him not be on a sentence with them, man, when they matter.
He's a Christy hater, Zidane. He's a Christy hater. Just like all your people say them like Messi. He's a Christy hater.
The fact of the matter is this man is an all-time great striker and never scored a knockout stage goal in the World Cup. That is embarrassing, my boss.
Man can have 3 Champions League titles, brother,
and him have a bag of Champions League goal and the Champions League bad enough, and him got the World Cup, which is pressure, and can't score a knockout goal. That is a disgrace, brother.
But you not compare the man in them all stage.
No, a 5 World Cup and go. What you talking about? He has gone to 5 World Cups. But you're talking about old stage. Him not scoring no knockout goal.
You see why the Champions League is more advanced than the World Cup then? So you see why it's more advanced? Because him can country on him back. Champions League, you have how much other player when can rally pan. That's why the Champions League greater. So nobody come tell me say World Cup is just little bit lower than Champions League. Stop the rubbish, man.
I don't understand.
I use the Champions League bigger.
I don't understand. I don't understand nothing you just said.
Yeah, we're not easy for the program, man.
All right.
Why? John, brother.
All right. Big up QC. We move to another call. Hello. Hello.
New York.
Good afternoon.
You guys hear me?
Yes,
How you doing?
All right. I just had to call for the special gentleman here, the man called Richard Staple.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give him the phone.
Richard Staple, man. The former Jamaican cricketer. Turn bigger.
Because the first thing the man starts, as him coming in and hear the thing about bowler going to mid-on to field, up you're laughing, the man, the plan, you know. The man said, you have to talk to Orville about that. Make him give the pearl first.
Richard Staple.
Hold on.
Now, we want to introduce
Big
him.
boy.
How are you, Mr. Richard Staple, sir?
Very well, man. Very well.
Boy, there's a lot of Jamaicans who say that you're the greatest batting stylist since Lawrence Roy.
I don't know, man. That's some exaggeration there, man.
Yeah, you never hear nobody say that?
I've heard it, but I don't know if it's based on facts, maybe. You know. I don't see myself as that, you know.
All right. Well, I have seen you bat, and if batting was about style, you would be right there up there with everybody, man.
Yeah. Well, I wish that the style could have matched with some performance, you know.
But big up. What say you? Thanks for calling, boss. First time you're making your debut on the show.
Yes, man. That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you know, I was doing this new project with the song, and thank you very much for playing it the other day and giving it some your time and thing, man. I really appreciate that.
Big up, Staple. Yeah, man. It sound good.
You think so, sir?
Yeah, man. It sound good for true. But hold the line, Staple. We take a break. And then we'll allow you to continue right now.
All right. Okay. Good.
Saturday is one of the biggest days for sports, and Omega Sports has got you covered. Kick off your morning with the BBC Sports World for 3 hours of comprehensive roundup of various sports, including the English Premier League, from 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Omega Radio, God and Sports. Sensible.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, D'Angelo Auto Spears and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
Greg Popovich has stepped down from his position as a coach of the San Antonio Spurs after 29 seasons with the team. On Friday, the Spurs announced that the 76-year-old will transition into the role as president of basketball operations at the organization. Over 29 seasons, Popovich oversaw 1,422 regular season victories, the most by a head coach in NBA history, and led the Spurs to 5 NBA championships, most recently in 2014. And that's your Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. D'Angelo Auto Spears and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich Financing.
Get ready for a weekend of excitement at the Caymanas Carnival of Racing, May 3rd and 4th at Caymanas Park. Join us on day one for the Breakfast Cup, the multi-mile press launch, and the charity Kentucky Derby watch party with the American Women's Group of Jamaica. Then catch the action-packed front-runner Portmore and Kingston Stakes on day 2 as the road to the Triple Crown reaches its climax. Don't miss world-class racing, stylish hospitality, and unforgettable memories. The Caymanas Carnival of Racing, where elegance meets excitement.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yeah, man. Richard Staple.
Yes, big boss.
Yeah, man. What say you?
Well, I'm in recovery now too, because the Lakers lost, so and that was my team,
Oh, you're a Lakers man. Or you're a LeBron man?
More so a LeBron fan, right? More so a LeBron fan.
All right. Like a lot of us as Jamaicans. We were kind of silently rooting for LeBron, but this Timberwolves team is better than me, sir.
That's right. They're younger and more talented, I think. And I think one of your earlier callers was mentioning, yes, Luka's greatness offensively, but there's a liability on the defense. And to expect a 40-year-old guy to carry offense as well as defense was just a bit too much against a team like that.
Yeah, he did kind of melt.
But it doesn't diminish his greatness, though. I mean, LeBron.
No, man. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, man. But I wanted to understand a little bit more about the bowl, when the bowler finished and go to middle. What was the general point of that? I was kind of interested with that. Why would you walk in? And I heard that.
They started. There was an argument about which is more important, the goalkeeper in football or the quarterback in NFL. I don't know if you follow NFL.
Yes, I follow it.
It sounds like you're a rounded sportsman, Steve. So
yes,
some of us came down and decided that the goalkeeper is more important to the football team than the quarterback to the NFL. Now, somewhere within that discussion, I said the goalkeeper is as important as your wicketkeeper, because the wicketkeeper is the most important fielding man in the field, in a fielding position. Now, one caller says that the wicketkeeper can be more important than the bowler. And I'm saying, but as a fielding position, because I don't consider the bowler a fielding position.
Correct, right. More of a role.
It's more of a role. That's the exact word, man. So I said the bowler performs a role, but it's not a fielding position. while the
Correct,
wicket keeper is a specialized fielding position. Now
Right, that is correct.
the man continued to run me down and said the bowler does occupy a fielding position. Because after I'm done bowling, you run guys slip it down and slip it down.
Oh, okay. It was in that context.
In
Oh,
that
okay,
context.
Right. Yes, I do see that that as a role rather than a position.
Thank you. I use those exact words in my boss.
Oh yeah, then I see man, great man, think alike. Then,
there you go. The bowler has a role. He does not have a fielding position.
Right.
But you have one caller who has made a name for taking me on over the years enough. For no other reason. He's rated for nothing else than for taking on Orville. And there are some members of the public who like when I'm taking on. In other words, taking on Orville has helped many a career. You get me? Including the man we met that.
Yeah. I remember when you could stroke it to Orville. Yeah, man. I remember you used to do your thing, man.
But them man I don't believe when me tell him, Steve.
Yeah, no man, yeah man, you got it, man.
Them man I don't believe.
But I remember the last time you and I spoke, you told me that you were watching Delroy batting, and this is Delroy Morgan, and you saw him play a shot, and you said, "Boy,
yes, man,
I'm not ready for this."
I tell the story all the time, man. Delhi,
right. Okay.
Your boss is Stets team. I don't think you would have played the game though. But Stets versus Rossi's down a throw, man.
Right, no, that was a little bit before me.
A little bit before your time. And there's a Rossi's bowler who I used to tussle with at the under 16 level, man. Oh God, what's name again? That's the name of
Jocko.
Jocko
Smith, yes, man. I remember playing against him a few times, yes.
Quick as a little boy, and the day when I saw Delroy Morgan batting Jocko and the ease with which he was stroking the ball, I realized that though I was good, but I wasn't quite at that level. And I decided that, boy, my dreams of playing test cricket wasn't going to happen. So I said, boy, I see this book thing here. I'm going to take this book thing here, sir. Delroy Morgan shattered my dreams.
He was special, man. Yes. Delroy, he's actually one of my favorite players. Even looking up to not just the fact that he went to States and I did as well, but just when he was playing for Jamaica. I remember after scoring back-to-back centuries in the Red Stripe Cup, I think it was 88 or 89, I don't remember the year, and he was on 99, I think it was, or 98 against Barbados, and he was run out. And I remember I had a gas cylinder in my hand at the time, and when I heard Andrew Mason said he was run out, that thing fell and hit my toe. I was so upset that he missed out on the third century in a row, which I think would have catapulted him into the team. Although I believe he should have on the performance that he had that year.
Remember those times you have a man named Greenwich and a man named Higgins, Steve.
Yeah, true, and plenty others in the wings too. Danny Ram, Danley Joseph, all those guys, they were making runs around that time.
Wasn't that
but I think aesthetically and with the performance, I think Delroy just had a different look than the others. He was just so magical with the bat. Even when fielding, his nickname is Brocky.
Yes.
Because, he could just contort his body in positions where, no one else could. And he batted with so much ease. Timing, like he could wait for the ball another year. He had so much time to play. He was special, man. He was special.
Here's what I wanted to ask before you leave, though. The people who saw you said, why was this ultra talented guy not able to convert the stats into big scores? What would you say? I don't think I've ever heard you making that that response public. You and I would have spoken privately, both Brad and Abraham. But if the public should ask, why was such an obvious talent not able to produce big scores consistently? I'm telling you the truth, Orville. I've asked myself that many a times. I remembered the game that I played against, and this probably put a little perspective to it. A game against Barbados that I would have had one of my better scores for Jamaica. I was batting with Jimmy Adams, and we put on, I think, 150-yard partnership. I think I had 70-yard in that match. And I think Maurice Foster, who was at the game in Barbados, he was one of my biggest supporters as well. And he sent for me and asked that Sir Garfield Sobers wanted to meet me. Mm-hmm. And so he took me up into the box and introduced me to the great man. And he called me in and he said, "Richard, I was watching you bat, and Maurice Foster told me that you're
you're a very good player, and I was kind of a little trembling because, here I'm meeting this great man, and he said, but I don't think you're a great player. I don't think you're a good player. So I said, okay. And he asked me, and he said, do you understand why I'm asking you or why I'm telling you that you're not a good player? And I said, I think what you're trying to say is that when I'm on 70 yard, especially against a team like Barbados, that I should have gone on to make a century. So he said, I'm not trying to say that, Richard. That's exactly what I'm saying to you. So that when you get starts, when you get into good situations, you have to convert them. And I think my thing sometimes, I believe, looking back, Orville, was I didn't have as long a concentration span, I think, like maybe a Jimmy Adams did, for example, who could really bat for hours and concentrate and understand game situations and all those things. I just was an instinctive player, and I kind of see a ball there and I just want to go after it. But sometimes at that level, I remember coming out of the youth tournament, which I had a reasonable youth tournament in '89, and then going on straight into the senior team. I realized that the gap was so huge. And I remember that one game I played for Jamaica against England, and I was batting against Devon Malcolm. I don't think Robert had played that game. Robert Sam was that. It was Delroy who had injured his finger, and they asked me to open the game, and I was batting against Malcolm. And when he bowled that first ball, and I remember Sammy came on to me and he said, Stapes, the man bowled the ball already. It kind of looked as if I was still in my stance,
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, it was like a little funny moment. And so I realized that the gap between youth level and then even the national level and then to go on to the test level, it was such a big gap. But I know it's a little long-winded way of saying maybe I should have concentrated a bit more. The natural ability, I've heard people said, was there, and I probably just needed to concentrate a little bit more rather than just concentrate on just playing shots.
I'm going to leave this with this, Staple, because the listeners backing up. But I don't think I would have ever told you this before.
Right.
We were playing, I had just made the Providence team in Mobile. Providence Erskine team, right?
Yes.
In the Hard Cup in Mobile. So, as a little youth coming out of Headley Cup, Trevor Samuels, Michael Salmon, Chun Chun had brought me out to Providence and tell Erskine that here's a youth who could play some cricket. In 30 seconds, the story soon done. So one evening we were playing, can't remember, maybe Hospital at that team. And we got on Holy Runs the Saturday evening. 300 another, I think. And we wanted to declare. I think Erskine said, you were batting on maybe 30 and 40. Erskine said we should declare. We should step on it because we wanted to give them like an hour, 45 minutes. That Saturday evening leading into Sunday. Staple was batting with Everton coach. And I saw you play a shot numbers in the evening when we were trying to dig. I've not seen anybody play anything like that before or since.
Oh, wow.
Ball outside the off stump. Staple hit the ball flat over point. Me not about cut the ball in me. I thought coming forward, opening the face. Dead square for 6.
Oh, wow.
Over point.
That was at Iron Shore, Big Boss.
I don't remember where the game was, to be honest.
And
I'm like, how on earth does a man come on the front foot, hit a man over point for 6? With the ball flat. I mean, brother, well, I don't know. But good that you could talk to us, my boss. And
thanks, man. Yes, no, it was my privilege, man. Thanks. You want to talk back to Diego or?
No, Diego, give up him time talking to you. But I have to call back.
Oh, okay.
But from time to time,
right,
you can,
man.
when you hear the cricket discussion,
accommodating me, man. Huh?
When you hear the cricket discussion, man, lend your expertise and your knowledge, man.
All right, my brother. Have a good one.
Cool.
Good. Yeah.
All right. That was a little long, people. Guys. Richard Staple, that one of the more famous stylists Jamaica cricket has ever seen. We take the break. We're coming right back.
Hello?
You have a call back, Diego.
Diego, you have a call.
No, man, it's good, man. Staple did a great job, man. Reach him there. No problem.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take the break. We're coming back.
Get ready for a weekend of excitement at the Caymanas Carnival of Racing, May 3rd and 4th at Caymanas Park. Join us on day one for the Breakfast Cup, the Mute Mile Press launch, and the Charity Kentucky Derby watch party with the American Women's Group of Jamaica. Then catch the action-packed front-runner Portmore and Kingston Stakes on day two as the road to the Triple Crown reaches its climax. Don't miss world-class racing, stylish hospitality, and unforgettable memories. The Caymanas Carnival of Racing, where elegance meets excitement.
Your Saturday afternoon has gotten better. Omega Radio Sports, 1 to 4 p.m. We give you updates, previews, reviews, and in-depth sports discussions. Our knowledgeable hosts and guests will have you glued to your radio with the latest sports topics and engaging conversations as we navigate the sporting landscape to keep you on top of things. That's Omega Radio Sports, Saturdays 1 to 4 p.m. Don't miss it. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody. Omega Radio Sports is sponsored by Omega Radio Network. To sponsor this program, you can contact us at
876-204-9356. You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right. 615-2841. Do we go back online? We do. Hello.
Yeah, man.
Correction then.
My time now?
Yeah, man, you're on. There's some noise there, though.
The breeze roughing on your phone.
All right, let me pull over right there. So. I don't want to get no ticket. All right, man.
Yes.
Zidane.
Yes, sir.
I want to ask you something. If I used to play Major League, make it to the knockout stages, to the finals also, don't score no goal. Team get promoted to the JPL. And we star up the JPL. What you consider me?
But if you start up the JPL...
Which one league them used to rate?
So the JPL is higher than the Major League?
Yes.
You're a big ball, man.
The standard now, the JPL higher.
The JPL is also the biggest stage as well.
Eh?
So the JPL would be both the highest standard and the biggest stage in the country in terms of football.
Oh,
so you're a big
I
thing.
see.
You're a big thing them time, man.
Oh, I see. So Chris, the starring up the Champions League don't count for nothing because he never scored a goal.
Well,
in
I have Chris's third all-time on my all-time list. So
No. I'm talking about what you said here today, sir. You said the man should not be among LeBron and Messi because he has not scored a knockout goal in the World Cup.
I said he has not starred on the biggest stage. Because even though the Champions League standard is higher, the World Cup is still the biggest stage in football, It doesn't get any bigger than it in terms of pressure and the magnitude.
I think your argument, you're pushing a foot in your mouth, though.
No, sir.
If you have the standard the Champions League at a higher
do you
standard
agree with
than
me? Forget about Zidane. Do you agree that the World Cup is the bigger stage of the two? In terms of prestige?
No. I can't forget about Zidane because Zidane is the one that is making the critique.
All right, I am saying to you.
So I have to hold on, man. I have to use Zidane's criteria.
Yeah, man. Go on.
I can't forget about Zidane.
Yeah, man. All right. Go on.
I have to use Zidane's criteria.
What is my criteria?
Your criteria is that the Champions League is of a higher standard than the World Cup. You have said that countless times.
Yeah, man. But the World Cup performance do better for your legacy than Champions League.
World Cup performance does better for your legacy than Champions League.
Yes.
So when persons were putting down Messi because Messi
No, but let me repeat. I have Cristiano Ronaldo as the third greatest footballer.
No, man, that is beside the argument.
No, man, it's not beside it, my boss, because you're saying but you're saying I'm saying a lot of his. No, my boss, but you say you work with Zidane, and Zidane has said to you that Cristiano Ronaldo is among the top 3 greatest players of all time on my list. So I'm saying to you, if somebody come and say Cristiano Ronaldo not in the top 10 because him not dominate a World Cup. Me I go dismiss that. So me consistent, my boss. But what I'm saying, legacy-wise, dominating the World Cup does more for your legacy than dominating the Champions League. That's the reality of the life that my boss. Him gone? All right, him gone. That's just basic stuff. Asta, who else we have there? All right, hello.
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 Yes, good afternoon.
Zidane.
Yes, sir.
Orville, big up yourself. Big up yourself, Zidane.
Oh, this is Rooney.
Rooney.
Yes, this is definitely Rooney. You understand? Why is it that me I said some things and me I wonder, you know, because the reality situation is Messi name called with Maradona name and Pele name.
In terms of what? In terms of what? In terms of what?
Goat.
No, but you can't be in the goat. Then Ronaldo can't.
How are you going to be in the goat if you're not even have a goal outside the group stage of football?
For who?
So you're going to tell me and you're going to say all of these things, right?
For who? For who?
I not understand.
No. But goat come down to your career, my boss. Greatest of all time is a career thing, brother.
But
so if you're overall,
Christie career. Now can put him up there with Messi and LeBron.
In terms of greatness?
In terms of greatness.
Yes.
So how you come to about all name a call with them man the name?
Because them man they achieve something in where him not achieve.
But him achieve things where them not achieve either.
No man.
Let me hear what you say.
No man, him not in that man that thing. Once them man
brother
name there him can't do it.
But me say Messi name got with goat and him never even have a goal outside of the group stages of the World Cup. Goat status.
No, but Messi
is the greatest
no, but Messi
ever touch a football.
No, but Messi is
that's why I say you have to have standards, and that's why I tell you your standards all over the place.
Hey, something wrong with it, brother.
What is wrong with me, Zidane?
Your head tough. Cristiano Ronaldo, based on his career, in my opinion, is among the top 3 greatest footballers of all time. Now, if a man put up, because you're going across sports now, so you put up someone from various sports. LeBron James, the biggest stage is the NBA playoffs and the final. LeBron James would have started on a team and deliver. The biggest stage in football, Messi would have started on a team and deliver. So when somebody put up 2 men across sports, we say, them man get knocked out. I'm saying Ronaldo should not be there.
So Ronaldo shouldn't do that because Messi did it.
No, it's LeBron James was there, my boss. Is that a footballist?
No, wait, it's just a question I ask.
No, I'm saying it's
Messi are the be all and end all.
No, it's
right
not a
now.
football list. It's a list where the man just put up
some cross. Just answer the question I ask. So Messi are the be all and end all. Anybody I can compare across sports, it has to be with Messi, right?
No, I never said that.
That is what you said to me.
No, I never said that. I'm saying
that you said.
It's not a footballist the man put up.
So tell me which other footballer name you gonna call now if you gonna say yo best of all time.
No, I'm not talking about best of all time. I'm talking.
So that's what you said, brother. Just now you said.
Listen, boss.
If Messi name call,
LeBron James got knocked out of something, and Messi got knocked out of something.
And Christie get knocked out of something.
I'm saying these two fellas.
Messi is there. Christie name cannot be there.
These two fellas starred for teams that won the biggest thing that was on offer for them to win. Ronaldo hasn't. And that's all me I say.
But you see that you see me can't respect it now.
It's not a greatest. It's not a better than list.
When we have beat Messi and say Messi cannot be this, Messi cannot be that because he has not dominated.
I never said Ronaldo can't be the greatest footballer of all time, my boss. But I'm saying to you, my boss. That point. No, but the point. Rooney, the point you're making now is it. But I'm saying to you, Ronaldo. I'm saying to you, me, Christopher Matthews.
Yeah.
Think somebody could argue that Ronaldo is the greatest player of all time, my boss. That is not what I'm saying. There's a different thing that, brother. There's a different conversation that. LeBron James don't play football, brother.
No, but you're saying that's what I said. There's nobody else name we can call.
I'm saying
once Messi is there.
No, I'm saying once
you talk football, Messi name alone can call.
Once LeBron is put up there, my boss, it's not a football better than
hold on, man. You're going to say now. If you're going to say across sport,
it's a legendary thing.
LeBron James and Usain Bolt. Christian name cannot call because Messi is there.
No, I'm saying LeBron James is there. LeBron James conquered the biggest stage in every sport.
All right.
Rudy,
Okay.
You're not going to convince Zidane, and clearly he won't convince.
I'm not trying to convince
No,
him.
but me not. But that's the thing about it, Orville. Me not flip and flop all over the place. Remember when we usually beat Zidane until Zidane said Messi not even have groups outside of the group stage goal. No, I use the same narrative as your Christy Bramble in a football.
I said Christy's Bramble in football.
Yes, say name can't call with something there. When we are telling Messi, wait. When we are telling Messi name cannot be called with Pele and Maradona.
No, but you were talking. No, but you were talking.
Just wait, not Zidane, man. Yeah. A week call, just make whatever you say, you know. Me I said Messi name cannot be called with Pele the GOAT and Maradona the GOAT, and these are the reasons why name cannot be called with them man the GOAT. You understand? You beat you and say, well,
yeah, but I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about.
No, you're gonna tell me.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about a GOAT, my boss. Yeah. What is wrong with you?
You've made your point. But we have some others here.
Yeah, all right. I apologize. Sorry, yeah, me leave it there. All right, boss. Cool.
Bramble as always, Rudy. Big up yourself.
As always.
Yes, indeed.
Back online. Hello.
Yeah, man. I want to make a call.
Oh, it dropped. All right, you have 2 minutes. Use it wisely.
So Zidane.
Yes.
Ronaldo the third on your list.
Yes, in terms of footballers.
Yeah, but him can't among Messi and LeBron James.
No.
What kind of nonsense is that?
Because based on those two, him not there, my boss. Based on what the man they achieve, him not there, sir.
Yeah.
So
hold on.
So when I see the people in place LeBron James there, they're talking about people who conquer the biggest stage of them sport, which he didn't.
And I am saying to you, two things working against him. You having this is a clear case of unfoot and mouth.
No, because this is not a. This is not a. Hey, you're getting upset. No, correction. You see, the dunceness, I don't like it. I'm saying to you, this is not a greatest of all time thing. Do you hear?
I am not saying it's the greatest of
so
all
why
time.
Are you telling me about foot in my mouth? I think Ronaldo is the third greatest footballer of all time. They put up a list. They put up a list with LeBron James.
And that's what I'm saying.
No, you must listen to me, It's me, Yatika. Listen to me. No, but listen to me, my boss. I'm saying they put up something with LeBron James.
I don't want to talk,
No, let me talk, and I'm going to allow you. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to done. Now you're going to say anything I want to say. LeBron James is not a footballer. He's a basketball player, and he conquered the biggest stage of him sport. So they put him up there and say get knocked out. They put up Messi now as well. Messi.
What is the biggest stage in football?
The World Cup. That is the biggest stage. Messi conquered
it. But it is not the highest. But hold on.
Yes.
Let me show you the unfoot and mouth disease. World Cup is the biggest stage in football, but it is not of the highest standard.
I never. It's not. No. So are you? Hold on. All right. You say no cross talk. You want to finish?
I am saying to you. That cannot hold boss, man. It can't,
you are saying the biggest stage and the highest standard is the same thing.
I am saying if it is the biggest stage, then the standard must be up on the top level.
No, that is dunceness now. That is just a
it's nonsense.
No, biggest stage and standard is not the same thing.
Tell me, give me another instance of something.
I don't need to. You know what I use as the term?
Ask you a question. Don't overtalk me. Give me another instance where something is of the highest stage, but not the greatest standard.
Don't need to. The fact of the matter is, what is usual? Let me speak, sir. Let me speak. You ask me a question. I don't need to listen and learn and understand or to reason. No, give me a chance. You ask me a question. It doesn't matter if I can't listen or let me talk, no, sir. I'm saying to you, standard is judged by quality of player and play.
Yes.
Stage is judged by, hold on, let me finish. Stage is judged by standard and the magnitude of the competition. I'm saying to you, more people, listen to boss man, more people across the world watch World Cup football and create a buzz about it than they do the Champions League. It doesn't mean that the very best standard of play is in the World Cup. Let me give you another example. Let me give you, say, you are one more. Jamaica. The biggest football competition in Jamaica is schoolboy football, my boss. It is not the highest standard. But in terms of magnitude of support, money, everything pumped, and excitement about it, the schoolboy football is the biggest stage. That's why I whisper popular than half of the people in the Premier League.
Hold on.
The biggest stage. Yeah, man. More people watch schoolboy football, go to schoolboy football game, more sponsorship than schoolboy football, everything. The buzz is bigger than our local Premier League, but the Premier League standard is higher, my boss. Learn for reason.
Hold on.
One or two dance for the radio. Learn for reason, sports.
you know, allow me to
Hold the line,
interrogate it.
hold the line and learn and take notes.
Yeah,
Take out your
so
pen.
interrogate that now, you know.
Take out your pen and your paper and take notes and learn, me boss. Hold the line, we're coming back.
Apply for your NHD refunds at nhd.gov.jm or via the NHD app. Do not click on any links offering to help you. The time by the NHD is
2 o'clock. Get ready for a weekend of excitement at the Caymanas Carnival of Racing, May 3rd and 4th at Caymanas Park. Join us on day one for the Breakfast Cup, the multi-mile press launch, and the charity Kentucky Derby watch party with the American Women's Group of Jamaica. Then catch the action-packed front-runner Portmore and Kingston Stakes on day two as the road to the Triple Crown reaches its climax. Don't miss world-class racing, stylish hospitality, and unforgettable memories. The Caymanas Carnival of Racing, where elegance meets excitement.
It is your right to know what you want. Information at your fingertips. It's for the man in the streets, for those in business. Information for everybody. No one has it, so you can use it to develop your community. Your right to know information at your fingertips.
A message from the Access to Information Unit.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers pride themselves in being professionals in the field of insurance broking, claim settlement, and risk management services for over 35 years. We offer a wide range of insurance services, including motor, property, liability, accident, life, and international health for individuals and companies at competitive rates. Call 926-3572 or visit 7.5 Haining Road, Kingston 5, or shop number 3, James Plaza, Mandeville. Call 625-6804 or visit online spectrumjamaica.com. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standards.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back. Yes, correction.
Zidane Matthews.
Mm-hmm.
So, more people watching the schoolboy football makes it bigger than the JPL.
Yes, a bigger competition.
Oh, so the Corrigo T20 cricket, SDC T20 cricket, more people watch than the Caribbean tournament there, the cricket Caribbean tournament.
I don't know about that.
Hold on.
No, but I disagree with. But that's
Let me ask the question.
No, but
Let me ask the
but
question again.
yeah, but that is not true. But that is not true.
The T20 Corrigo cricket, SDC league, well, carry this big buzz. Far more crowds that go there than the Caribbean T20 championship.
But that is not true. That is a lie.
Me not talk about CPL, you know.
What are you talking about?
I talk about the Jamaican, I shouldn't say Caribbean, the Jamaican T20 champion league.
I don't know.
Tournament that they have.
I don't know.
Hold on.
But I don't know which. But I don't know which competition you're talking about.
Oh, Orville.
Him outside.
Orville.
He's outside.
Him outside?
Yes.
No, Samir. What's up? Samir, correction. What's up?
T20 tournament.
Huh?
Jamaica don't have a T20 tournament.
And a domestic T20?
Yes.
We had a domestic T10.
So you
they don't have a domestic T20.
But you said it as a fact a while ago. So you're dishonest.
They have had.
No, man, I mixed it up with the. I must say it as a fact. I'm asking a question.
No. You didn't ask any question. You suggested that it was the case.
No, man, I mixed it up with the CPL boss.
Anyways.
Anything is wrong, me have no problem retracting it.
They used to have a T20.
I am asking if Jamaica don't have a T20 tournament.
They used to. They haven't had one the last few seasons, but they have a T10.
All right, so they used to have a T20 tournament. When they used to have that T20 tournament, Orville, was the SDC following greater than it?
No, man. SDC has the widest following of cricket in Jamaica.
Is it a
we don't understand this.
No, I am interrogating your argument.
No, but you're talking to me.
You are saying that
It's me you have to talk to if you challenge
Jamaica
me.
football. Hold on, man. Jamaica football.
No, talk to me about the cricket thing that you're talking about when you come on TV.
What?
Talk to me about
What
it.
you say?
The cricket where you talk when you come on no major television station. Talk to me about it.
No.
Money Cup, brother, Money Cup. Listen to me
the
and
reason-
learn. You can't compare like a joke thing there with Money Cup where I come on Sportsmax and CVM and multiple radio stations.
So FDC now, hold on.
That is what they
FDC
call.
now radio.
That's what they call. We not cover it.
FDC tournament. Hold on,
We not
man.
cover it. We not do no live cricket final for
The point
SDC.
I'm trying to make.
We not see
the point I'm
Sportsmax.
trying to
Don't
make,
compare that to
Zidane.
Money Cup, my boss. Stop it, correction, man, and risk little levels, brother.
Hold on, man.
Oh, you
Hold on,
compare
me, I get a
SDC.
feedback here. Hold on, wait.
Compare
Let me
SDC
ask
with
you.
Money Cup.
The
Oh,
fact
come
that
on.
you said that there's a greater following doesn't make it a
So let me
greater
ask that question. Which is the
significance,
biggest?
Zidane. That's what I'm
What is
getting
the
at.
biggest football competition in Jamaica? Money Cup or the JPL?
Hello?
Which one bigger in Jamaica? Money Cup or JPL?
Hold on, you hear me?
Alright.
Listen.
Which competition bigger?
I'm not.
All right. We have to leave it there, my boss. 'Cause there's a feedback and you struggle for you. Come on. Big up yourself, man. We talk again. Man, go STC. Me I talk about big Money Cup.
All right, we play the music. All right, so we'll play the music. Brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. And the first one this afternoon is one from Papa San, and it's called Standby.
I greet you. In the mighty name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Stand firm, steadfast, unmovable. What was that? What was that? When you do a really good thing, you can. Don't run away from your problem. Stand. Christ rule over you now. Principalities must bow. When you do a really good thing, you can. Don't run away from your problem. Stand. Christ rule over you now. Principalities must bow. You see that he command. Him a hustle every day to find a way to feed him 6 children. Him have to work on a Sunday. Him really want to go to church. He pray to God to find a better way. What about this sister we just get the work? Book up on a dictator boss when don't flirt. Him looking for a lover and him need a night nurse. But you she not giving him treat her like that. She make the boss know she not this a God. When everybody gonna him alone she have. The boss man know I hear that bird with loss and get mad. Now the woman get fire from her job. When you do a really good thing, you can. Don't run away from your problem. Stand. Christ rule over you now. Principalities must bow. When you do a really good thing, you can. Don't run away from your problem. Stand. Christ rule over you now. Principalities must bow. You sacrifice everything just to feed your one son. You're not depend on a man to bring the rent money come. You bring him go to church from him liquor and he young. Him depart from the faith and I walk with all gunshot. You start to wonder where did I go wrong? You start to ask God all kinds of questions. Have I fasted enough? Prayed enough? Watch ya. Remember that the fame decision. Yo, trouble come like rain and it spread like disease. The squad will be feared and not stop intercede. You must get the victory by your knees. All you got to do is run the faith and believe. When you do a really good thing, you can. Don't run away from your problems. Stand. Christ rule over you now. Principalities must bow. When you do a really good thing, you can. Don't run away from your problems. Stand. Christ rule over you now. Principalities must bow. And God say, yo, shout.
God will find a way. He will make it be a brighter day. All we need to do is just trust Him and obey. He will shelter you from the rain. He's the source and strength. In the time of need, we call upon His name.
When you do a really good thing, you can. Don't run away from your problems. Stand. Christ rule over you now. Principalities must bow. When you do a really good thing, you can. Don't run away from your problems. Stand. Christ rule over you now. Principalities must bow. They not take I no under.
and the dirty kind of tough. Only for empty dishes with a bunch of empty cups. You're living off your wishes when food is not enough. You never know say poverty so contagious. Hey, I'm not crying, mama ball. Should've know I was fit up with a butt against the wall. But not because you feel in a means that your fault. All things work together for good to those who are the call. When you do every good thing you can, don't run away from your problems then. Christ rule over you now. Principalities must bow. When you do every good thing you can, don't run away from your problems then. Christ rule over you now. Principalities must bow. Take it in. Hey, God will find a way. He will make it be a brighter day. All we need to do is just trust Him and obey. He will shelter you from the rain. That's right. He's the source and strength. In the time of need, we'll call upon His name.
All right. Papa San singing about stand by. The texters are lining up, Miss B. Can we just squeeze some out of the way before we get back to the call? 615-2841. 615-2841. Here we go.
Text message.
It's now time for text messages on the sports desk.
Call and Messi have 4 Champions League titles, not 3. And remember also each time both players faced each other in the Champions League, Messi dominated 209 Champions finals. Messi scored the winner. 2011 semi-finals, Messi scored the 2 decisive goals, one of which is a brilliant solo goal after picking up the ball from the center circle. In big games, Messi is often marked by 2 or 3 players. Ronaldo has the luxury of getting chances in the penalty box. Levels to this. All right. When a person talking rubbish and telling you he is teaching you, shake my head. Zidane, stop trying to insult the callers. Your utterances today are out of sync with what you said for years, and no amount of insults will change that. Humble yourself. Zidane has brought the sports desk to another low, same as with the Pearl. He just talks for argument's sake. LeBron has never beaten the world, yet he thinks he's greater than CR7 to be talked about. Utter rubbish and flip-flop, Zidane. You need an evaluation of the mental.
That man is such an idiot. You're a texter, you're an idiot. I never said Ronaldo was LeBron James was greater than anybody. And I kept repeating that. Yet you texted that.
All right. Zidane collecting the bishop money on a false pretense. His reasoning is very off today. Garvey says, Zidane, are there any other players in our top 10 who did not dominate World Cup? And one more. Good afternoon, Shortman in North Carolina. Zidane, that's a big bramble from you. Achievements should not determine skill sets, especially when it's a team sport. Both men could have different support systems.
What? Why are these people not understanding what I'm saying? Oh, my God.
All right, Miss B, we take the next one. All right, we go back online. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, man, now you're in a good and clear.
CC, how are you?
Why is it? Me there, man, you're good.
Yeah, man, I'm nice, man.
Why the text of them done, brother?
Yo, listen, I told you, say some of them people are mindless zombies.
Yeah, man. No man know about mindless zombies, but the man him sound literate bad, me boss. All right, let me give you an example, CC. If somebody put up 3 people, Pele, Lamine Yamal, and Messi, and I say, hold on there, when Messi I do ya so? And you come to me and say, boss, Pele as a teenager dominated an international tournament. Yeah. Yamal as a teenager dominated an international tournament. What is Messi doing there? This is not me saying Pele and Yamal are greater footballers than I'm saying in that context of that pick, me boss. Messi no have no business being there because Messi as a teenager never dominated an international scene, an international tournament.
Yeah, but
you understand these people.
The picture can be like a man could just say 3 of the greatest players of their generation drop out of a competition.
Yeah,
so if you say that, no, I'm just saying if somebody said that, you wouldn't be wrong.
Me wouldn't say anything if they said that, if they write that on it. They put it up and say 3 of the greatest of their generation.
What did they put?
Then put the goats.
That you can't get that because first of all,
then put 3 goals.
Yeah, but I'm gonna put it like this: 50 and Messi can't be on the same graphic as the goal. But it's singular.
That is exactly my point. So
I never put Christie or I never put Messi.
So
which opinion
but these two other men sealed them thing. Them sealed it. Remember, said there was an argument, Messi, arguably.
Yeah, man.
What Messi do had done the argument the other day, when him dominate. It don't matter what you
go ahead. As I said before, you cannot have two persons from the same sport and arguing goats with the two persons when time goat is a singular thing. The greatest of all time. It's not multiple Zidane. When we are arguing, like you say, LeBron are your goat, right? And look, people have LeBron as the goat. When they use the word this, me have Michael Jordan as the goat. That means we are use a singular person. They can put up a graphic and put Michael Jordan and LeBron and then I'm gonna say you're goat. Then that's goat conversation, not goat. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
You understand exactly what I say. But moving on from that, with the bowler thing that I mentioned the other day, I was incorrect. The bowler on board the wicketkeeper is not counted in the fielding restrictions. So I was incorrect in that potential, and I retract that statement.
Yes.
Yes. So moving on from the once Orville, you can chime into Zidane. If the captain's name against if Pat Cummins are play England, right? They lose the tax on England, say, send them out to the field. When Pat Cummins goes, which position is the most important to Pat Cummins of the fielding unit?
The wicketkeeper is always the most important fielding position.
I'm asking, no, I did not say fielding position. I'm asking you, Pat Cummins was center field. Center field, you know. Which position is most important to Pat Cummins?
The wicketkeeper.
The wicketkeeper.
Yeah.
So what about the bowler?
The bowler is not a fielding position.
No, I never. Hold the
line. Hold the line.
The JSC Group, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, and JCSD Trustee Services, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market for over 45 years. The time by the Jamaica Stock Exchange Group is 2:15.
Are you interested in working in media? Well, this may very well be your chance. Omega Radio is seeking persons to fill the positions of receptionist, traffic coordinator, accountant, and sales executives. If you think you have the right attitude and the drive to be a part of this team, then WhatsApp or call 876-204-9356 or email us at omegaradio@theomegachurch.com.
Get ready for a weekend of excitement at the Caymanas Carnival of Racing, May 3rd and 4th at Caymanas Park. Join us on day one for the Breakfast Cup, the multi-mile press launch, and the Charity Kentucky Derby watch party with the American Women's Group of Jamaica. Then catch the action-packed front-runner Portmore and Kingston Stakes on day two as the road to the Triple Crown reaches its climax. Don't miss world-class racing, stylish hospitality, and unforgettable memories. The Caymanas Carnival of Racing, where elegance meets excitement.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
CC, we're back with you.
I'll ask you the question, because more, if you Arsenal go back to
yes, your line sounds very fuzzy, my boss.
All right, hold on. Let me make sure this thing is good. So you hear me now?
Yes, better.
Yeah, so Arsenal play a match, right? Which position is the most important position for Arsenal playing a match?
The goalkeeper position.
All right. So the Pat Cummins lose the toss and is going out there on the field. So his 11 men are going out there to do their thing. Which position to Pat Cummins is the most important position?
Who are you asking?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Me?
Yeah.
Fielding position?
No, not fielding position. Pat Cummins lose the toss.
But
and
if it's not
he's sent out there to field.
If it's not a fielding, everything on the field
the bowler is not a position.
It's not a fielding position.
No, I'm asking you a question. The bowler is not a position.
No.
That's your answer. That the bowler is not a position.
The bowler is not a. When you're on the field, no fielding position.
I'm asking you a question.
Let me not answer you. No, the bowler is not a position.
The bowler is not a position.
No.
So what is the bowler on the field? What is the bowler?
A person who is playing a role.
A person who is playing a role. That is the bowler.
Yeah.
But he's not a position.
No, man, the bowler is not a position.
No, me say All right, this is not a bowler is not a position. Remember you said that still, the bowler is not a position.
Bowler is not a fielding position. Because everything
We
on
never
the
say
field of-
fielding.
So why
arguing.
are you on the field if you're not a fielding position?
I'm not saying field. I didn't say field there. Remember say cricket.
No, but everybody up on the field occupies a fielding position, boss.
Everybody on the field is occupy a position, right?
A fielding
the
position.
bowler. All right, so everybody on the field occupies a fielding position. So what is the bowler?
A person who is playing a role.
A person who is playing a role.
Yeah, the other persons are.
So the bowler is not a fielder.
No.
And the bowler is not a position.
The bowler
is just one random person.
The bowler does
out
not
there
occupy
operating.
a fielding position.
So is the bowler a fielder? Is the bowler a fielder?
The bowler does not occupy.
I didn't say the bowler occupy a fielding position.
The bowler will eventually field.
You still left on a fielding position.
But that is
Because
my
you can't
argument,
tell me if the
Baba.
bowler is a position or not.
The bowler is not a position.
Bowler, no, the argument cannot be that because number one, nobody asked what was
Yeah,
the best
but see, the bowler is
important
the bowler is indeed a fielder, I know. But when the captain decides that he is going to bowl, he's now the uniqueness about cricket is that now he's just a bowler now.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
And
so he's a part of the fielding team, but when the captain decides that, listen, you're going to bowl for me, he's now the bowler.
All right, so let me ask you this, Zidane.
You want to tell me so when the captain has set the
when
field,
when you lose it, so you go out there. You have the slips, you have the gully, you have the wicket keeper, you have the bowler, you have third man, all of them. Who is the most important?
The most important what?
Which one of these positions that you're filling? Role that you're filling. Role that you're filling is most. But the goalkeeper is a role. The goalkeeper is fulfilling a role.
Yeah, we agree.
The goalkeeper is fulfilling a role now.
Yeah, we agree.
So the bowler is fulfilling a role.
But the bowler is not
specialized. The bowler
he
is
does
a specialized position. It's a specialized
So
position.
you want to know which role is more important now?
It's the same. Because,
what I say the bowler? If you want to go the role.
So which role is most important?
You have an argument there.
Which role is more important?
You could have an argument there between the
because obviously the bowler no one position. I first
the role of the bowler. You could have a discussion.
Are you asking whether the bowler is more important than the wicket keeper?
In carrying out the role of the when you play cricket, in carrying out your role.
Yeah.
Because we're not arguing.
We're not arguing fielding position.
We're actually carrying out the roles. In the goalkeeper carrying out their duties.
But don't forget
about carrying out their duties.
If you're asking, Lord, in the interest of time, the line of backup. If you're asking, is the bowler's role more important than the wicketkeeper's role? Let us have that argument.
More than anybody else in the fielding unit.
I am saying that the bowler does not occupy a fielding position.
All right. So how much people are in the fielding unit?
I 11 man up on a cricket field, you know.
No, may I ask you? No, 11 man. How much people in a fielding unit, Orville?
What you call the fielding unit?
No, the team out there a field.
Then 11 man up on the field, my boss. 10 a field and 1 a bowl.
Then where's the bowler?
The bowler is occupied. See, we are grown. When the captain don't say to the fielder, I'm sending you to bowl.
Hey, see, the best.
Okay? When the captain is setting his field, he don't set bowlers, my boss.
You see a while ago now,
Stop your rubbish on the radio. You're trying to.
No, me ask you a question.
When the captain is setting people into fielding positions, he does not send the bowler to a fielding position.
How many persons are in the fielding unit?
Next guy. Give me a next guy. CC, you're wasting time. All right, so CC left. Next guy. How we staying on, Miss V? Yeah, man, we move on. CC will be CC.
Hello.
Hello.
Time?
Yes.
Bull, where you say?
I'm there.
Yeah.
Man, you're a little feedback still.
Yes,
yeah.
So clear on our side, on our end.
All right, it gone. It looked like it was just an in-between thing. Yeah. It looked like CC catches the Orville.
How him for catch me when me not think the bowler is a fielding position?
Me hear my laugh.
Then CC now for laugh. CC has been arguably the worst caller to the program over the last 3 months.
He's not there.
No, but I don't mean easy. The man asked me if the bowler is a fielding position. No, when the captain is setting his field, I'm a boss. He doesn't set a bowler to say, all right, you go to that fielding position. The bowler is not there because the captain sent him to occupy a fielding position.
There's nobody not saying a man and say, you go field a bowler.
You go field up a bowler, my boss.
Yeah, 11 men take the field, 10 will field, and 1 will bowl.
Me not understand what hard in that, we understand.
We keep a little thing about us, yeah?
Yeah.
And Andre Russell and Blackwood and what the big one and then
Kenard Lewis,
they did there and Santoki. I mean I feel Russell said to me, forgot. When I must go. Remember we backward square or something like that. I look for him and said he come
No, but backward square not near the bat. You're talking forward shot leg.
You don't know which part name, sir.
Oh, he might go tell us, say, I'm setting my field. So Mr. Keeper, you are a specialist fielding position. So you the right us. I can ask him to come up to the stump or to go back by the way. So the captain can say, keep, come up to the stumps or keep, stay back. So the captain can determine to some extent where the keeper do. And him say, you want two sets, want a goalie, want a third man, want a so. But me also want a man to field in the bowling position. What? That makes sense to anybody, brother? Man, the skipper was said to field in the bowling position.
Yes.
This future. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Special, man.
During the Euro, Mr. This boy, I'm messing level talent, you know.
No, sir.
You still thinking.
No, me not agree.
In talent.
Me not agree with that.
You not agree with that?
No, he's a greater teenager than Messi because he get the opportunity to play more and he dominate.
What happened now is that I explained that there's more teenager than play now than before. You know?
Yeah, so talent-wise, he's not near Messi, my boss.
Talent-wise, I don't think he's near Messi.
No, sir.
Why am I thinking close?
Me not think you know what Messi. Me don't think you know what Messi was at 17, 18 years old.
You want to tell me what?
Messi was a freak, my boss. The play Argentina played Messi. Now at 2016, 2006 World Cup, my boss. Them feel Lego the man, brother. Them feel Lego the man, my boss. I make the man play football, my brother. Yeah.
Big man, this little youth, I know I think something about him, and them say maybe because him young. This should not fear, big man.
You remember Chelsea big team under Jose Mourinho?
Let's say
Messi was.
When I watch football, whenever I have a full understanding, but after you don't know, you start.
Why Messi? You saw Messi did to Ashley Cole, man, that team as a teenager, remember?
Messi, but me I watch Jamal, I walk people regularly, no matter who Zidane.
Him bad still. Him dangerous.
You think him dead here as a talent?
No man.
As a talent and playing football.
No man. Messi is a far but brother, Messi went to the under. Listen up, bull. Messi went to the under 20 World Cup, bull, and he was the leading goal scorer and also the MVP.
This man playing under 20. This man got Euro.
No, but when I say, all right, improve. He's a greater 17-year-old because him get the opportunity to play some show class where he can do and do well and do great things. But I'm saying talent-wise, if you look at Messi ability, better close control, better goal scorer, better dribbler, better everything, my boss. He no close pull. Trust me. A freak. Messi was a freak of nature, my boss.
You know me, I'm Messi fan. Straight.
But me, I say, me not think you remember what Messi was as a 17 and a 18-year-old boy.
Maybe a recent by.
Yeah, me I tell you, brother.
A long time I don't go on YouTube and just watch a ball. Like,
yes, Messi ability to control and pass. That you don't have it when Messi did have it, my boy. Me I tell you, ball. In bad, you know, because he was the outside of the foot pass and he was calm and he was glide past people. But trust me, brother. Messi had do it faster. You see everything what him do? Messi had do it and I do it faster. Blue by people. Yeah, man. And then Messi, yes.
At that age, Messi had more balance.
Yeah, man.
Quicker.
Yes, indeed.
But this youth, my God, man.
In bad, for sure.
My good. I just want to remember that conversation. Because barring injuries, because same so when they come up back, they have one and Fati,
Answer Fati never good like that, youth. None at all still. But in another thing.
You my problem with Barcelona now, and I think they need to watch that with Jamal. Barcelona, because of them financial restrictions that them have, they have to rely a lot on these youngsters.
Mm-hmm.
You know how much game Fati has played at 17?
How many?
100.
Wow.
100 high intensity football game. For both club and country, that 17-year-old is not normal.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, you know.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot, man, baby.
And then, remember me, you were talking about the muscular injuries, they did have the dead leg and them.
Yeah.
So that is the only thing. Because him still developing us, him still get bigger, him still put our muscle, all them things there. They have to watch that.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
And that is the thing now. And that happened to Pedro. Remember, Pedro was out for a long while. You know?
Yes, and it was a muscular injury.
When Pedro was easy, Pedro was playing a lot as well.
Yeah. They have to watch it, be wary of that. You're correct.
Fati, the same thing with Ansu Fati. And the same thing, they have another one that they're playing a lot too. Gavi. You remember Gavi?
Mm-hmm.
So these Barca youngsters, they're playing a lot of minutes and expecting them to left back as well.
But you're right, though. It's frightening to how good this youngster is. If him continue on this trajectory, my boss, top 3 all time.
Easily.
Maybe top 2
Maybe
behind Messi.
Maybe one. I'm thinking going with at least 3 World Cup.
You going to win what? No, he must dominate. He can't just win. He must be brilliant.
All right, Bull.
I'm telling you from now. I'm going to Spain to the next World Cup. I'll be ready.
All right.
Leave it there, Bull. Big up thyself, sir. With that, we take a break. We'll be back.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by EdgeChem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta says midfielder Jorginho is recovering well from a long injury and might play again this season. The 33-year-old's last appearance came on April 12 when he was withdrawn in the final minutes of a 1-1 draw against Brentford with a suspected chest injury. Speaking before Saturday's Premier League game against Bournemouth, Arteta said it got a bit more complicated than expected. He's fine. He's recovering well. And that's your Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by EdgeChem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich Financing.
So you've had your driver's license suspended, and now that period of suspension is over. What do you need to do? Pay a fee of $3,000 to Tax Administration Jamaica and take the receipt and a letter from the court where your license was suspended to the Island Traffic Authority's head office. Allow a period of 1 week for processing, after which you will be required to collect the driver's license at a tax office of your So you've had your driver's license suspended, and now that period of suspension is over. What do you need to do? Pay a fee of $3,000 to Tax Administration Jamaica and take the receipt and a letter from the court where your license was suspended to the Island Traffic Authority's head office. Allow a period of 1 week for processing, after which you will be required to collect the driver's license at a tax office of your choice. For more information, call 876-754-1900. The Island Traffic Authority, an entity for road safety good.
It's your favorite gospel DJ. My name is Jermaine Morgan, popular known as Brother Frisco. Joins me weekdays and weekend on your radio. On Mondays, it's 4 p.m. through to 9. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 4 p.m. through to 7 p.m. Thursdays and Fridays, 4 p.m. through to 9. And on Saturdays and Sundays, it's 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. on Omega Radio, locally and internationally. Where your afternoon will get better going into the evening, and your weekend will never be the same. Stay locked with Brother Frisco on your radio.
Get ready for a weekend of excitement at the Caymanas Carnival of Racing, May 3rd and 4th at Caymanas Park. Join us on day one for the Breakfast Cup, the multi-mile press launch, and the charity Kentucky Derby watch party with the American Women's Group of Jamaica. Then catch the action-packed front-runner Portmore and Kingston Stakes on day 2 as the road to the Triple Crown reaches its climax. Don't miss world-class racing, stylish hospitality, and unforgettable memories. The Caymanas Carnival of Racing, where elegance meets excitement.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we go back online, 615-2841. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, Orville.
Who is this again?
Barber.
Barber. What say you, Barber?
Barber. You remember I called one time, I said, Janko Barber was the name?
Yes.
No, Barber, yeah. I hear you said something yesterday about born to do something. And you were talking about someone born to be a chief. You remember you said that?
I don't think nobody was born to be no thief, you know.
All right, my brother, listen to this now. People actually born, you know, to even as a thief. Because the Bible says the wicked is exchanged from the womb. So that is you know, clearly that is where you were born. Right? And again the Bible says that God created the evil man for the evil days.
So God created evil people.
Evil man for the evil days.
All right, here's what I'm going to say to you now. I don't believe in any such thing, but I'm not comfortable to discuss this on a program.
So you're not comfortable with this on the Bible way?
No, because I'm going to say things that might get me in trouble.
I not really want to show them to you. But the truth about it.
I don't believe that anybody was created evil.
But you don't believe that?
No, why would God create a man evil, man? Think about it, man.
Well,
Miss B, hold on. The man I want to go there. Miss B, you think God create evil people? We have a pastor in the house. Miss B, tell the man.
No, God don't create evil people, but God create good and he create evil. So what happened is that man have a choice to choose.
So who? No. I'm talking about the creating of the evil people.
I am saying to you, the Bible said, God created the evil man for the evil days.
All right, my God.
Right? No, leave me out of it, man.
No. When I say my God, you see that topic, yeah?
Yeah. You know what, sure night.
This topic will get me completely in trouble. Right, Miss B?
So,
may I leave alone in a cricket? Yeah.
All right. But believe that. Believe it.
Yes, sir.
You're not really comfortable with it.
No.
But anyway, as a bowler, as per a wicket keeper, the bowling position cannot be mixed with the keeping position. Because you know one, the keeper is a designated position.
Yeah.
The bowler is given the ball and have a start and have to carry out. The bowler have 9 man or 10 man to back him up.
Yeah.
The wicket keeper have about 2 man to back him up.
Which 2?
The man a third man, I think one a point or something like that. 2 man him really have.
No man, the man a point to back him up. You don't understand what you're
saying. When he miss the ball, if he miss a ball when a man chip.
No man, sometimes the third man sometimes
can run back. Yeah, and pick it up that in a reach of the boundary.
Depends on how wide the third man is and how quick the bowler is. Enough time the ball beat the keeper straight 4 by him.
Yeah, sometimes he jump and he jump over mid and gone at the boundary.
Yeah.
But if there's a backup, him have that. But the bowler always have people back him up.
I don't understand what you call backing up. But what?
All right. Him have the man a long half. Him have the man a long half. Those 2 men stand up right, almost parallel to him. So if the ball beat him, unless the man drive it straight.
There may not be a long half and a long hand in a cricket, you know.
Yeah, that's true too. Okay. But at the same time, if anybody has to back up, him is the only man on the field that have protection. The keeper, him is the only man.
No, man. If you have slip and you have third man, you know, could have said the third man then back in the slip as well.
Yeah,
and if you have short leg and you have mid wicket, not the settings for settings.
What may I say? He's the only man that have people and have a feel that him have a bowl to them. So the captain in the ball and say, boy, bowl to this.
Yeah.
If him bowl to exactly what the captain says, the bowl to him, he not have no problem. He not have a designated position on the field other than to bowl.
What's the point you're making? So you don't believe that the bowler is a fielding position?
No, man, that's not a
all right, well, that's the point. If that's the point you're making. Right,
it could never be a fielding position, my brother.
All right, cool.
Is there on the field as a man who is causing the team to make runs and not make the run. That same thing is to go out there and make the team make as less runs as possible by bowling to what the captain said that he should do.
All right. Can't argue with that.
Mr. Saying I really want to talk about the other point though. But the truth about the ball. You understand the same thing. What I wanted was to tell about. I want to tell about people like Asahel. The Bible
man, hold on, man. I am not competent enough.
No, man.
To discuss them.
I want to say about it, man. I want to tell you something. What the Bible says? The Bible says Asahel, three sons of Uriah. One of them named Asahel. He could throw a stone, sling a stone at a hair breadth. That a one son of ear could have sling a stone and lick it down.
Carla, I can ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
The things that are written in the Bible, are they facts?
Facts in the Bible, man.
Okay.
Facts.
All right.
I appreciate my brother, so I can tell you.
Okay. I'll tell you what you do. Call me off here if you want.
Call you off here?
Yeah.
So after the program over, can
Miss B give me number. Miss B, you have a number over there? Yeah. Leave your number. Yeah, that's better.
No problem.
And then you can educate me a little bit on people being born evil.
All right, my boss.
Good. That's a serious thing, that evil born thing there. But what do I know? Take him number, Miss B, and then line up the other one. 615-2841. We're staying up. All right. So you can call through people. We have some text where we could squeeze in the meantime. If you're ready. 615-2841. Is the 676 working? Miss B busy taking the numbers. The Gen Command number. So I'll probably give him a call and he educates me on these things. 615-2841 or 676-6968. Let's squeeze a few.
It's now time for text messages on the sports desk.
Why is CC laughing like he scored some big point? Such a ear sore on the radio. Sports desk should definitely have Bramble Call of the Year. He's been horrible, like a mindless zombie. The man I use CC word. Counter-attacking. Good afternoon, Orville and Zidane. Messi has 4 I think I read this one already. Yeah. Messi has 4 Champions League and Ronaldo has 5 Champions League. For the record, I heard a caller said Messi has 3 Champions League titles. Oh, this is DJ from White House. I don't think we have read that one before. Orville, nobody has replaced Ian Boyne for religious hard talk. Maybe you can take it on. No. Ian Boyne was very good at knowing the Bible. I wouldn't compete with that. The maths don't add up when you think your point is solid and 20 people think your point is garbage. I'm not sure what this text is referring to, but we go back online. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Rocker, how are you, Rocker?
Good afternoon, Rocker.
Good afternoon, not so bad. Orville, tell me certain things. Have we received any communication regarding the issue with Mount Pleasant?
No, not yet.
Okay. It is a strange one, because based on what I'm seeing here, all of these things could push Mount Pleasant maybe down to about 3rd.
Yeah, not me.
And it's how it works against Zidane.
Not maybe.
3rd player is that's what will happen, right?
Yes. Because somebody who is up to one of the teams there as well, because the player would have played in a game against one.
Yeah. So it's a strange.
Or two of them, yeah.
Yeah, because Arnett lost, and Antigua being
and they beat Mobile the other day as well. I was doing that game. Yeah.
So it would
there
be,
you go.
That would be the equation.
Mm-hmm.
Man, just need this one game to be out of the way. So
yeah, but I don't think that would be the concern for Mount Pleasant. Yeah. Anybody then play over the 2 legs dead.
I kind of feel so too. But maybe not if them get Cavaliers, I don't know about that.
No, I'm going to beat up Cavalier too.
No, so I don't know about that.
Yeah, I tell you.
Mount Pleasant have 1 or 2 mistakes in their defense.
Yeah, but
Cavaliers have a way
of
taking advantage.
On a given day, I believe that Cavalier may very well squeeze Mount Pleasant. But if Mount Pleasant have 2 games to prepare and we need over 180 minutes to win it, Cavalier can't compete with them. They're going to find a way to outscore Cavalier over the 2 legs.
Well, I have never witnessed that. So until I witness that, I will work with it.
Yes. That's a good one,
bro.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On another note though, when I watched the last game with LeBron and Timberwolves, Minnesota. I never liked what I saw.
Yeah, hold on. We'll take a break. We're coming.
We may be all over the world, but we're still in this together. Feel, make it easy for you get your money. So if you have to get something from your brother or mommy, hey, it's a not Insta, it's a MoneyGram. Zoom, check your phone, your money land. VNBS money transfer. CFA faster, easier. Sign up for VNBS direct to bank account transfer today. No matter step out, fit in the line. Straight in your account, money reach long time. VNBS money transfer.
Greetings to you listeners. This is Reverend Ryan A. Gordon, Senior Pastor of the Broken Vessels Healing and Deliverance Ministries, located at 120 Main Street, Pineapple, Ocheria, St. Anne, Jamaica, West Indies. Join me every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show with Brother Frisco. Join me for a word in time. You cannot afford to miss this powerful word every Sunday morning on this station.
It's all right.
Get ready for a weekend of excitement at the Caymanas Carnival of Racing, May 3rd and 4th at Caymanas Park. Join us on day one for the Breakfast Cup, the Mute Mile Press launch, and the Charity Kentucky Derby watch party with the American Women's Group of Jamaica. Then catch the action-packed front-runner Portmore and Kingston Stakes on day 2 as the road to the Triple Crown reaches its climax. Don't miss world-class racing, stylish hospitality, and unforgettable memories. The Caymanas Carnival of Racing, where elegance meets excitement.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, back with you, Rocker.
Yeah, as I was saying, I was watching the playoff games with Lakers, Zidane.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it is maybe injury or what. It's the first time I saw LeBron going through the channel and got blocked. I never saw that before. Because usually when he gets full speed and power going through, nobody can stop him.
And I've seen him. I've seen him being blocked before.
Well, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
When he's in full flight, that's what I'm saying. Not just general pull up and you have the Greek freak blocking him. Cause I see that.
Okay.
But not he wasn't in full flight going through the channel. That's what I'm saying. I've never seen that. But I was a little bit saddened by certain things. The penultimate game, the game that where the opponent went up 3-2.
Or they went up 3-1, you mean?
Yes, 3-1, sorry.
Yes.
LeBron wasn't scoring anything from 3, Zidane. I don't know if you were watching.
I watched. Yeah, man, I was watching.
And I was so surprised that he was trying 3-point shot. And instead of driving the ball or going in his comfort zone. And the game was really in the balance.
Yeah, you know, driving take far more out of it than just pulling up with a jump shot, right?
Yeah.
You know what that's suggesting?
You think them get tired?
You know, him get tired because he was working extra on the defensive
end. He was doing well defensively. So very good.
This is LeBron James' best defensive performance in the playoffs in many, many years. Yes.
So is it that he sacrificed his offense?
Yeah, because usually, and I know people who talk the basketball and really understand it, you know, and it's disappointing that they talk so much about it. If you realize this is the first time in LeBron James' career where in the fourth quarter, in crunch time when the game is close, LeBron James doesn't have the ball in his hands most of the times.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the past, when he played with Kyrie, hold on. When he played with Kyrie, sometimes Kyrie would get it, but most of the time with LeBron. Wade, most of the time is LeBron. For the first time in his career, and clearly with AD, he was LeBron all the time pretty much. But for the first time in his career, LeBron James was playing second fiddle to somebody else in crunch time. Now, I think that should be a part of the analysis as to why LeBron James not score as much as him usually do in the playoffs, in the fourth quarter.
But when I look at it, I thought it was more a mechanism to give him less work
offensively
So
in terms of like ball management.
So him can do more on the defensive end. It was obvious.
Yeah, but Zidane, if you look at it from the other side, because your point is valid, you know. But I look at it from the perspective that if he is not tasked with managing or advancing the ball, then he can cut and move into space to catch spin off his defender and try something.
Yeah, but he's playing with a superstar point guard who took a lot of the shots. You know, so look at him.
But even in that breath, you know.
No, I don't think you all realize that.
Yes. Around, you know.
Yes, but you all don't realize that Luke, it's offensively. This is Luka Doncic team and not LeBron James. Luka brought up the ball and did what he wanted to do, like when LeBron James used to do it in previous years. You don't realize that was LeBron James was setting screen like a second up, like a real second or third option. You don't never realize that.
They were still passing the ball, you know. They were still passing the ball. So that's why I'm saying that I think he being the great that he is, he could have taken a 1 or 2 shot in his comfort zone.
No man, it take a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Because Zidane, him don't score any in the last quarter, you know, bro.
Yeah, but why would he do it in the first 3 quarters, but not the last?
And you're saying it is because he was tired.
May I tell you, the man is 40, brother, and it take a lot. You see them block shot there and them chase down and switch and all them something there. When Luka get blown by any others, it take a lot out of you, man.
Yes, but it's not like he was taking a lot of shots and missing. That wasn't the case either.
That is exactly, and that is because Luka Doncic was controlling everything offensively. So you're
saying that he took a conscious.
Hey, Luka's not a regular NBA player, no. So,
yeah, but him did tired, so you never see how him keel over.
No, well, him shouldn't be tired. Him young.
What you mean, Zidane?
And him don't.
Him look fat, you know.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying he shouldn't be. He was, but it shouldn't be the case. He's young, and he's not asked to do a lot defensively. So him should have carried the team in the 4th quarter. If it was the other way around, if Luka was a good second old option and LeBron James was 25-year-old, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Yeah. LeBron would take over the game and win the game like he has done many, many times before in the past.
Well, this is how I put it then. Maybe the coach should have given LeBron a little bit more time on the bench and just have him reserved so he have more gas in the legs to finish the game. Because it happened in 1 game, he shouldn't make it happen 2 times straight.
Yeah.
Big up on yourself.
Good point. All right, big up, Rocker.
Yeah.
All right, so that was Rocker. Ostars. Oh, that's Miss B. Miss B says go back online. Hello. Hello. What's happening there? Hello. Hello, low.
That line is on to open.
Miss B, we're not getting anything from that line apparently. So we'll try another one. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, man. What going?
Yeah. Good afternoon, Nick.
Yeah, man. Zidane, I have a question for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And bear in mind, based on your topic, I'm not talking about any GOAT situation, no, all right? So let me get that out of the way.
Yes.
So your criteria, and remember, I know, and I'm not even to remember, Christie is not my baller, but I don't really agree with that section of what you said, all right?
Mm.
So your not to go criteria. So your criteria to be on the list with Messi, right? Is that him have to win something on the biggest stage, right?
Which list?
You said he couldn't be on a list with Messi and LeBron. Does that you say?
Yes.
Because the criteria for that is he has not dominated anything on the biggest stage. Does that you say?
Yes, if that's what the list about, why is he there?
Right.
If the list is
fine.
Yes.
So fine. So therefore, we can't argue with you about your criteria. If him not dominate anything on the biggest stage.
Oh, thank you. You're a genius, my boss, man.
Him just not dominate anything.
There you go, no hard in the conversation,
right.
genius, man.
Yeah, man, but we're not done.
Yes, all right.
Now this is where the problem lies now.
Yes.
As I was say, any man can build them criteria and no man can fight them for it because fact is fact.
Yes.
And you have your criteria. Never win anything. He never dominate anything on the biggest stage, and that's why you used to put him on your list and that.
Yes, that part.
Fine.
Yes.
No, the problem starts when you add that Christie dominates a league that you say is a higher standard than the World Cup, because you said the World Cup is the biggest stage because more people watch it. But the Euros, you said is the higher standard of football.
No, not Euros. The Champions League.
The Champions League.
Yes.
Because it has better quality players.
Yes.
And play better football.
Yes.
So my question to you is, who would you rate? A person who dominates the highest standard of football, or the person who dominates with more people watching?
Yeah, but I do rate Messi. I do rate Ronaldo highly.
All right, maybe I use the wrong word, rate. Right? Because yes, you do rate him. You can't argue with that again. Right?
So you think I should rate Ronaldo more than over Messi?
Right. Because all right, who would you prefer then?
No, but
right? A person who dominates a league with better quality players and a league that play the better football.
Yes.
Right?
All right.
Than a person who dominates you based on your word, so-called Bramble League. All that league have over the higher standard league is that more people watch it.
No, you're saying I said what is the Bramble League though? I don't get that part.
No. It's a term I use now, right?
No, man, don't use that term because I never said the World Cup.
Champions League. Fine.
But I want to answer the question because I'm waiting on it to finish asking me, but I want to answer it. You ready for me to answer it now?
I'm saying,
yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. So let me explain to you now. So clearly, if you are brilliant at the higher level, right, it's going to put you in the conversation. But remember that Messi is also brilliant. And I think Messi is better than Ronaldo at the Champions League. Now, the World Cup is not really far away from the Champions League in terms of standard, but then you add the pressure, the magnitude of the competition. Remember, I said the world pretty much stopped when the World Cup are going. Everybody wants to see the very best players in the world in that tournament. It brings a different dynamic of quality and pressure. Now, if me and match you at the Champions League level, and the World Cup is tough as well, the quality is high as well, and it's major pressure. If me now go to that tournament and significantly outperform you, then you're not in my class, my boss. You like the answer to that question? So between these two, because I used to listen to people when they talk about Ronaldo before Messi dominated the World Cup the way he did, you know. You see, after 2022, we're not talking about him the winner either, you know. The way he dominated now from game one to the last game, and now score some goals in knockout stages as well. Me now no longer have this debate with any Ronaldo fan.
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me first accept you, all right? I don't think Ronaldo should be there, you know. Good. Let me just try beat down your explanation because I don't think that explanation is good enough. You get what I'm saying?
No, so you don't agree that the World Cup, even though the Champions League is a higher standard, you don't think the World Cup is close in quality to it?
Listen, you're saying that no, because this catch up on you.
What is no week? Right? So you're saying I used to say on the radio.
No,
you're saying I used to say the Champions League is
you said the Champions League it have a higher, it have better quality players and them play a better.
Yeah, and they have the better coaches are there as well. So I think the standard is higher.
Right.
But when did I say it was by far though? But that part, I want to hear when I said that is not true, my boss. I've never said.
Listen. You don't have to say by far. As long as you say better, it's better.
That make me have run on the top 3 all the time, you know, because I believe it's the highest standard.
Wait. Forget about the top 3. I tell you already. Say we're not talking about no vote. We're not talking about no vote topic. We're talking about this list. The list that you have the criteria.
But the list have a special criteria that, listen,
Right? Right, so you should have just stick to Walano.
Yes.
What you should have done was just stop your argument right there when you say the other two dominate on the highest level.
The biggest stage.
Right, and the bigger stage, sorry, right?
Okay.
And leave that alone. But when you touch the Champions League and that have the highest standard.
It's not me bring up Champions League. It's not me bring up Champions League. It's the caller. It's independent forces bring up Champions League. It's not me bring up Champions League, do you know? It's independent forces. When I said why is one a dear, he not conquer the biggest stage. Yeah. It's not me bring up Champions League. It's independent forces bring up Champions League, not me. All right, big up. We'll take a break. We're coming back.
Go straight to Western Sports for all your track and field needs, like spikes, high jump equipment, throwing implements, hurdles, not to mention your team tracksuits, running tights, vests, and shorts. The time by Western Sports, the sports people, is
3 o'clock.
Praise the Lord. Greetings and salutations to all of our wonderful, wonderful friends all over Jamaica. Listen, this is Dr. John Wayne Manning from Omega Church and Omega Radio. It has always been my dream to establish community work here in Jamaica. Television, church, humanitarian work here in Jamaica. And as you know, we have been doing the radio since 2022. The time has come that we're calling all helper, kingdom-minded citizens, putting together this team in Jamaica. We're looking for helpers, kingdom-minded helpers, from hospitality, humanitarian, administration, coordination, media, for television and radio production. If you're looking for more and you'd like to be a part of this team from Omega Center, Jamaica, I'd like you to give me a call. 876-204-9356. If you'd like to do more, serve more. This is for serious leaders that really, really want to make an impact in the life of our fellow Jamaicans for the Lord Jesus Christ. Text me at that line, and a member of my US team or European team will reach out back to you. Thank you and God bless you. I hope you're ready to serve. Text me at 876-204-9356. A member of my team will reach out to you expeditiously to expedite this help. Omega Center Jamaica, local team invitation. Be a part of it. Let's change Jamaica and make Jamaica great again.
Down on my knees, I've learned to stand.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSE Online Trading.
Get ready for a weekend of excitement at the Caymanas Carnival of Racing, May 3rd and 4th at Caymanas Park. Join us on day one for the Breakfast Cup, the Mute Mile Press launch, and the Charity Kentucky Derby watch party with the American Women's Group of Jamaica. Then catch the action-packed front-runner Portmore and Kingston Stakes on day two as the road to the Triple Crown reaches its climax. Don't miss world-class racing, stylish hospitality, and unforgettable memories. The Caymanas Carnival of Racing, where elegance meets excitement.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so it's time for the Yaba selection. You know, it's a Friday afternoon, and you know, Friday afternoons after 3 o'clock is when we play the Yaba selection. And this time it's called Ja Children. Big up to Tony Steins and the crew. Here's our Yaba selection for this Friday afternoon.
We beg for food to stay alive, scrounging each day just to survive. Mother and father, we have none. Where did we come from? Animals care for their newly born, teaching survival to leave the home, feeding and protection as they learn. Why don't we use children of the world, starving in the street, tossed aside from birth, nothing to eat. Children with no children, suffering every day, with no hope, no force, no help on the way. How were we born? Who brought us here? We never asked to come, and you throw us away. Children of the world, with a smiling face, is the only future for the human race. We need a mom and dad, someone to care. We never asked to come. You brought us here.
All right, so it's that Children of the World. That's by Yaba Selection. And every Friday, every Wednesday afternoon, at 3, you can hear another one. All right, we go back online. Greetings and salutations to you.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, man. Who this?
Hello.
Good afternoon. Your line sounds a little fuzzy. Oh, National.
Oh, National at
Yeah,
head.
now you're clear enough.
Yeah, well, we're hearing you better now. How are you, Mr. National, sir? You're in Jamaica?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm the American over Canada, so I'm on vacation. So.
Oh, you're on your vacation in Jamaica?
Yeah, no, man, over the States.
Over the States. Big up, man. Well, big up. Good to hear from you.
And hear where Zidane and you are going it.
Yes, man, we're there.
You understand? But the other day I did lose. Well, not the other day. For the past maybe couple of years, well, I did lose interest in watching basketball, NBA. But there's a noted difference to me with the way how this NBA playoff is being played, unappreciated, than in recent years. To me, this one look a little bit more like what we used to in the Sean Kemp, Michael Jordan era, with a lot more physicality.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think it is closer to being basketball what it once was, than even something close to netball. Yeah, because it is really what I think them lose.
Oh, hold on, no. I definitely wouldn't go that far because I think the skill set level is greater now than before. But you're right. The referee.
Hold on. Watch this.
the skill set level seems greater because the game is now being officiated.
Oh, come on.
People don't get the opportunity.
No, man, come on, National. It's not referees. It's not referee make a display your skill set, my boss.
Then what on the man let me do then they can rebut. You can't rebut and you know say. Now if the game played with less aggression, you're allowed to and less constraints. You're allowed to display your skill set easier than if you're playing in a more adverse condition. That's not that good argument.
No, but when I look at Anthony Davis, Mark Jackson, Anthony Mason, Charles Oakley, when I used to watch these people, whether the game is physical or not, they're not skillful players, my boss. Anthony Davis, for example, is far more skillful than Anthony Mason. We don't need the referees making the game more physical to determine. Like, come on, my boss, man.
You name out 4 or 5 basketball players, and you want to use them to characterize that.
No, because I want to show you, without going into any long conversation, that is not physically determined skill.
Hey, you not do that when you're using ball. You go for some look on their fringe players, you know.
No.
You want to use that to build an argument.
No, because I want to prove to you.
Hey, hold on, man. Yeah. You know, because general.
Yes.
Sport over the years, yes. Then to know any sport you want to look at, because it have the marketing pull where sport is concerned. For example, for football, you're going to see some calls you're going to make now, but wouldn't make late earlier in the days because people want to go.
So you're saying
all of these things.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Maybe I go superstar. Maybe I go superstar for you then. John Stockton. You're saying John Stockton is actually a more skilled basketball player than Kyrie Irving, but it was because the game was too physical. That's what your argument.
That's not my argument. My argument is, listen to the argument, because you're nitpicking and I pick out 1 and 2 people. Listen to me I say. The argument is, how the game is played now in comparison to how it used to play then, now it is easy for a man showcase his talent. Then that's not easy, man.
No, it is.
You know what thing take out this man and draw that man.
All right, let me give. I can give. No. All right, I agree with you though that this.
Having said that, Baba, see, the game is now, to me, I'm going to know to other people because I can tell you this. The numbers where viewership for the NBA is concerned has been dropped significantly in comparison to what it was. It's on the decline.
What did they use to determine that? Because remember, say you have more options now. Because, for example, me personally, I watch NBA illegally, you know. I don't watch it on any platform that them are counting numbers, you know. So I don't watch it there. So remember in the modern time you can go on an illegal website and watch basketball. So you wouldn't count as somebody would have subscribed from the general television. So it might seem as if it has gone down significantly in terms of viewers, but it may not.
So you are saying that you think it doesn't?
No, I'm not saying it hasn't gone down, but I'm saying the word no, but you said significantly, and I'm saying we don't know about that.
Anyway, listen to the point I'm not trying. It to me, this game is now how it play, and somebody calls and them with them let go and all of them things that to me the game I play.
All right.
So you closer to what it was.
I agree. I agree that this season. Normally, let me agree with you. This season, the playoffs look tougher and rougher than many years before. But I'm going to show you that Jalen Brunson, even though it's tougher and rougher, like you were saying, close to the 90s, he still displayed great skills last night by dropping 40 and taking his team home to victory. So you still can show your skill and perform at a high level, even when the game is physical.
So, but we never dispute that. Okay. We never deny that either, because when you have some tough players, who have the metal to do it, they will. Okay. But some other player now, when the thing gets tough, them last. You understand what I'm saying? So it don't make no sense to call out a one man and say this is one man. He can be an exceptional. He can be one of the ones who would have survived in a tougher era. That's why you have to
but I'm seeing great. Yes.
But it doesn't tell me, because when I try to tell you, in order for anybody, ascertain as to whether or not when you have to make sense, then you have to do an average. The average players then, in comparison to the average players now, how things go. Okay.
You have All right.
You have clear the argument, but I'm not going to somewhere.
Okay.
What I'm saying, the game is much more entertaining to me because of the physicality of it. And all the game I play, that is what I use and that is what I love.
I agree. Look more physical this season for sure.
One game, I don't remember which game I watched. Especially the Golden State Warriors and Houston game. I like that game there.
Yes.
One game you have six technical given in a one rupture and go and it tells me that the people are hungry to win.
Yes.
Rather than some people, if you touch them headband, the man who touch him headband down in the gun get two double technical here, you have to play grant and
yeah, I like how the referee them officiate. Yeah, man, I agree with you.
Nobody wants to see that.
Because Mr. Draymond Green could have been. Alright, hold the line, National. We'll take a break. We'll come in.
Yeah.
Give a little something. US $1 JD 150 every time you receive a remittance from Lasco Money Transfer to sponsor a social project selected by the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange. Say, I want to donate $1 to the cashier. Donations accepted at these locations: 38.5 Red Hills Road, Kingston 10, 15 Chandos Place, Poppin Square, Kingston 10, and Shop 203 Bayway Shopping Center, 3 St. James Street, Montego Bay.
Tracy, who you go give on now? You're too fast. Hey, me I got Jotex now for buy up my sugar bun, wine slice, bulla, coffee strip, and marble cake, plus some raisin bread, banana cake, and the best rock cake for the pitney them. Me can't get some? No. Go buy your own. Hey!
Jotex Bakery. Visit 20 Gold Street, Kingston, or call 922-5768. Open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Delivery island-wide. Jotex Bakery. So nice, so right.
Conditions apply. Get ready for a weekend of excitement at the Caymanas Carnival of Racing, May 3rd and 4th at Caymanas Park. Join us on day 1 for the Breakfast Cup, the Mute Mile Press launch, and the Charity Kentucky Derby watch party with the American Women's Group of Jamaica. Then catch the action-packed front-runner Portmore and Kingston Stakes on day 2 as the road to the Triple Crown reaches its climax. Don't miss world-class racing, stylish hospitality, and unforgettable memories. The Caymanas Carnival of Racing, where elegance meets excitement.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back. Back with the National.
Yeah. Orville, you did it?
Yes, man.
Tell me now your input in it. You know watch basketball?
I don't watch enough to make that kind of comparison.
Okay. I'm not running my bars because you can get a look in.
No, man. No. I didn't watch basketball enough in the so-called tough era to make that kind of comparison with what's happening now.
Okay, you did.
So it's not like anyway. I'm not watching now because I do watch the playoffs quite often now, and I you did watch a few back in the 90s, but I'm not knowledgeable enough or follow enough in the 90s to make that kind of comparison.
Okay. Let me ask Mr. Matthews this question because if my memory serves me right, years ago, we used to hear I wax lyrical about LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Me, for one, I'm not one of the person that get up and say, well, then anybody is the greatest of all time in any sports.
Yes.
Because of the way the sporting dynamics have changed over the years, dramatically too. You know, I don't know what to use, which barometer to use to quantify this man of greatness over the other man when the disparity is so far in terms of time span and the game changes so much. You understand what I say? I don't know how to quantify that. Or what to use to quantify that. But what we do know though is that all the games have been played in earlier times. It played more adverse conditions than now because of the marketing ability and what sports carries now. Everybody for cricket now them have something named what them call 9 man must stay in a one little ring and power play. Now them a power play because it give the batsman more leverage to can lick the ball with. And because people come watch, man a bat the ball. If a football, them have some ball will move and swerve and pip and dive and come up back again and all of these things. If a track and field, them have some spikes, different spikes, shorter teeth, faster, whatever. Swimming, things they cut the water, swim wear and all of them things.
Yes.
Because people want to see things happen more efficiently and records and all of them things.
Yes.
So it goes to show that in yesteryear, things are more difficult. The games are more difficult than now. It's more difficult for people to, in some instances, to execute their talent than now. I wouldn't compare. Which one I go with my argument? This is when I go with my argument. He's a guy we get up and say, this guy, LeBron James, is the greatest of all time. See? And am I right in saying that? That they always say?
Yes, yes.
Now, when we look at LeBron James in that era where, to me, the basketball is way easier for one to display their talent, as opposed to yesteryear. Yeah, in a, for example, but even want to say even Jordan, even before that. But I remember seeing Jordan them play against Detroit Pistons, and I remember one noted play when we see when name Rodman, when we say but Scottie Pippen in the camera crew. Yeah, that wasn't even a playground, you know.
Yes.
That was just a normal play. You understand what I mean?
Yes.
I know I watch LeBron in this series. I watch about game 4 and game 5. But in a game 4, he had 0 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but remember LeBron James is 40 years old right now, you know.
40 years old.
So when I say LeBron, hold on, my boss, let me respond to that. I'm not using LeBron James as a 40-year-old to determine if LeBron James is the greatest player of all time. If it was 40-year-old LeBron James, then he wouldn't be the greatest.
So make a comeback.
Yes.
So make a comeback. See? Because when we hear people talk about greatness and greatness of all time, are persons who make things happen in any sport. They are going to make things happen. If you have the ball, the player can come through. You have to do something.
Right.
You have to be that man. I have never seen.
All right.
And I've never seen LeBron James.
You spoke about toughness and all of that, and even back before the 90s. So a perfect example of playing in the toughest era then, which was the 80s, would be Larry Bird. So he would have understood it more than me and you how difficult it was, and he's analyzing now, just like me and you. So this is the Larry Bird now. LeBron James is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, players in the NBA history. He has urged fans to enjoy James while he's still playing at a high level, and has said that they should quit whining about him. Bird's comment suggested a high level of respect and admiration for James. So Larry Bird, who played in a tough era and understand what it is looking at LeBron James and saying LeBron James is one of the greatest for sure, if not the very greatest of all time. That's all I will say to you.
National, if you listen, you know, say we kind of have a little limit. Actually, a long time you're not called still, but we give you a minute. Yeah, we give you another minute, and then we come back.
Yeah, no problem. Never leave now. But Zidane, what you just did, it really doesn't make much sense because I can go for a plethora of players who played that era who said contrary to
I can go for more. No, but I can go for more. So I'm saying the fact that players who played in the era that you're talking about makes it you can't judge them. I said them are the greatest of all time. So who is you? Who am I?
National. How long vacation you there for? Call back Monday.
Big up on the side. Take care. It's nice seeing you guys.
Yeah,
all right. Good.
Yeah.
That's old time national, man. As still sounding like national. Yeah. We go back online. Hello.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? Dangerous in 5. What's up?
So here's the man that will misquote me for sure, people. I'm betting that him going to misquote me within 2 minutes.
Misquote you for sure, Orville. I think.
Yeah, man. We know. Yeah. Orville bland thing.
I think. You're
but me know you're gonna misquote me. Me know you're gonna misquote me within 2 minutes.
You can ball to the.
Yes.
I think your time of calling yourself a guru in cricket has ended.
All right.
Yeah, I've been teaching you over and over different stuff about the game.
All right.
And this thing where you come and tell about how the bowler doesn't have a fielding position.
I never said that. You see, same thing. Me go.
You didn't say that. You didn't say that.
Me tell us that the bowler does not have a fielding position.
Tell us what you said.
Me tell us that, brother. I never said that.
Orville.
That the bowler does not have a fielding position.
Orville, just repeat what
I said. The bowler is not a fielding position.
The bowler is not a fielding position?
No.
So why, when I look in Wikipedia, fielding, it talks about cricket having 11 fielders and it names the wicketkeeper and the bowlers as a part of that?
The 11 men up on the field, so technically they are all fielders.
No. So why does... No, he said fielding position.
And he said the bowling is one.
Sentence there. There's a clear sentence there where it lists bowler field in fielding positions.
Well, I disagree with who you said?
You disagree?
Yeah.
Orville, come on, man.
Me disagree.
Come on, Orville. You know, from this argument start, me here, Zidane asked a very stupid question. What is the name of the fielding position that the bowler is in? That's what Zidane said. I didn't think him kill me when we said that. See? Yesterday, I told her that the bowler basically fields at silly mid-off. And you say,
the bowler fields at silly mid-off?
Suppose you have a silly mid-off.
The bowler fields at silly mid-off?
He fields adjacent to silly mid-off.
What?
For that? Thank you very much.
What about when hold on. No. Me not make you do this to me. So
sure, no problem.
The bowler is bowling from round the wicket. When him done bowl, remember him go and run after the leg side, you know.
Silly mid-on, depending if he's around or over the wicket.
So him either that silly mid
on or silly mid off, depending if he's bowling around the wicket or over.
Then what if there's already silly mid on and silly mid off?
You can have multiple players in a position and a fielding position.
So you're telling me that when the bowler done bowl, him end up a silly mid off and silly mid on?
Again, haven't you watched a cricket game with two players in the gully?
Trial on the radio, brother.
No, me just ask a simple question. Your question is, suppose you have a silly mid off.
Yeah.
I mean, I say, haven't you seen a cricket match with two players in the gully?
I have never seen Michael Rowling end up a silly mid-off for the bowler ball. Stop the rubbish on the radio some time.
With two players in gully? Anyway, Orville.
You are telling me that when Michael Rowling bowl the ball, him end up a silly mid-off? No.
Orville.
Let me host the show today. Let me host the show.
No problem.
Silly mid-off, people, is the man under the helmet, under the bat, you know. If you don't know what silly mid-off is, you know. Silly mid-off and silly mid-on are the two gentlemen who stoop down with helmet on them head under the batsman. But Dwight Chateau, the reigning caller of the year, is saying when Michael Rowling done bowl the ball, that's where I'm feeling.
Okay.
God,
maybe I'm okay, Orville. Maybe I'm wrong with the name of the position. But
so you don't know what it is? So what?
No, boss.
Then you no, my turn again.
You ask me a
so
question.
you don't want
ask you a question.
No, hold on. You don't know what silly mid-off and silly mid-on is on a cricket field.
Okay, Orville, may I ask you?
You don't know, say I two man under the helmet name, so brother. Remember, you just come and put the thing and say you gotta teach me about cricket, and you don't know what silly mid-off and silly mid-on is. Say the two man under the helmet. So you say, Michael,
are you willing now to answer my question?
I'm willing for you to accept that you don't know the name them on the field. So we can have a discussion about field place
right now. Still doesn't win you the argument.
If you don't know that's silly mid-off and silly mid-on are the man them under the helmet, then how you gonna teach me about fielding position, my boss?
Okay. All right, I'm listening to your point.
You accept that you don't know what silly mid-on.
Can I make my point now?
No, do you know what silly mid-off and silly mid-on is on a cricket field?
No, Orville, I don't know. You're right. Can I speak now?
No bowler no got silly mid-off and silly mid-on when they don't leg of the ball. You have to stop it, do I? Me cannot have a discussion with you, man. Talk some football now, man. Oh, God, man.
Okay. So now can I speak?
On football or basketball.
Okay,
Me not have no more cricket discussion with you.
Orville, you're trying to milk out my time so I can't make
no, man, we still give it.
Don't do this.
I will not discuss cricket with you for today, my boss. You're appalled.
Okay.
How can I have a discussion about field place with a man when I know what's silly mid-off?
I'm going to ask again politely. May I speak?
Go on.
Thank you very much. It's accepted in cricket. Every fielder has a fielding position. The name generally that we give to the fielding position is the approximate location on the field that the fielder is after the ball has been delivered. Zin, that is what we normally use. But the general perception, the general accepted thing is that every fielder has a fielding position.
What's the bowler's fielding position?
If you say the bowler doesn't have a fielding position, you would also have to add.
Oh Lord, my breaker. Man said the bowler when him done bowl him that silly me that.
What is the name of the field? No, bigger than that. What is the name of the fielding position that the wicket keeper occupies?
Wicket keeping.
The wicket keep.
The wicket keeper is wicket keeping.
No. What is the name of the field
wicket
position
keeper.
that the wicket keeper? Go again.
Wicket keeper. That's the name of the position.
Wicket keeper.
Yes.
Where is the position called wicket keeper located?
Behind the stumps.
Huh?
Behind the stumps.
Another fielder goes behind the stump when the wicket keeper is off the field. Let's say
he would be in the wicket keeping position.
Let's use one of your theoretical things.
Yeah.
That the wicket keeper is off the field with its glove.
Yeah.
And you put an outfielder behind the stumps. Is that outfielder now fielding in wicket keeper?
He's now in the wicket keeping position, yes.
No, you are wrong. He cannot be the wicket keeping.
Mister, he's now in the wicket keeping position.
You do not know cricket.
If you are the you would not know what's the limit of tell me something about cricket.
Stands behind the stump.
He's in the wicket keeping position.
I'm gonna repeat this to everybody here. If you have a game, the man who has the gloves is injured and him come off of the field. And let's say theoretical thing, the same way like how we talk about the goalkeeper not being able to come back on the field. Let us say the wicketkeeper with him gloves cannot come back on the field. And you take an outfielder and put him behind the stump. He is not fielding in a fielding position called wicketkeeper.
Where would he be?
And he is not the wicketkeeper.
All right, what position would he be in if him not have no gloves?
He's fielding behind the stump.
So he's not in the wicket-keeping position at that point.
I'm going to say he's fielding behind the stump. And if he's closer to the boundary, if he's
closer to the you are saying that if me not have no gloves and a wicket keep, me a wicket keep.
Do I? You're more intelligent.
Orville,
you are telling me that if I don't, you are saying if I don't have no gloves, are you saying that if I don't have no gloves and me a stump the man,
cannot be the wicket keeper?
So what am I?
In formal cricket.
What am I?
It's impossible.
Which position am I occupying?
You're not a fielder.
People don't tell the white saying to stop company really come contest me.
According to cricket, you have to have on the gloves to be called the wicket keeper.
Are you in the wicket keeping position?
I'm going to say again,
you're not listening to Dwight.
You have to have the
Dwight, you're wrong.
To be called the wicket keeper.
Dwight, this is embarrassing from him.
If
embarrassing.
So in schoolboy cricket where we don't have no gloves, there's no wicket keeper.
Shatu, you're already
wicket keeper.
You are telling me that in primary school cricket, when there is no gloves, there is no wicket keeper.
No, we're not talking no primary school.
Man, come on for the radio with your absolute rubbish.
We're talking in a formal cricket game.
He's not in the wicket keeping position. If I must stump the man, then because I'm not wearing a glove. He's not in the wicket keeping position.
We're talking about a formal cricket game. In a formal
you are hilarious in 5, my boss. You're an embarrassment to what proper discussion should be, and it's high time you are told that. Next call, enough of you for the evening.
Big up yourself, Dwight, man. Do better here, my boss. It don't sound good.
Man.
You're brighter than this, Dwight.
You are behind the stumps. You are catching the ball. You are stomping people. When me was playing schoolboy cricket, we never have no gloves on in a grade 4 against grade 5. But I'm in the wicketkeeper's position, brother. Come on, man. This can't be that you just company rid of it take on me every day and you're prepared to say anything come out of your mouth, brother. Next.
Take a break. We're coming.
Oh, God, man.
Are you ready for something mega? Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels Tour promotion. April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Register, Heineken, True Milk, Ranks, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryburst. Choose Concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart. Best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Act.
Get ready for a weekend of excitement at the Caymanas Carnival of Racing, May 3rd and 4th at Caymanas Park. Join us on day 1 for the Breakfast Cup, the Mute Mile Press launch, and the Charity Kentucky Derby watch party with the American Women's Group of Jamaica. Then catch the action-packed front-runner Portmore and Kingston Stakes on day 2 as the road to the Triple Crown reaches its climax. Don't miss world-class racing, stylish hospitality, and unforgettable memories. The Caymanas Carnival of Racing, where elegance meets excitement.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spears and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
Scottish side Celtic winger Jota will be sidelined for between 6 to 9 months with a cruciate ligament injury, with manager Brendan Rodgers saying it shone a light on his club's need to strengthen their forward line in the summer transfer market. 26-year-old who returned to the Scottish champions from Rennes in January picked up a knee injury during Saturday's final win over Dundee United. Jota was taken off in the first half, and the tendency as Celtic sealed a fourth consecutive Scottish Premiership title, with the Portuguese wide man leaving the stadium on crutches. And that's your Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. Dangel Auto Spears and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich Financing.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
But people, no. There are times when, let me tell you something, There are times when we can understand people coming at me. As I've said repeatedly, the nature of the show since it started is for Orville to take a point and maybe 60 to 70% of the callers come and take him out. And the show has, been built like that for a while. But there's some things where that's ridiculous now, man. If you are not having on any gloves, then you're not in the wicket keeping position. There you are. So when we were liquor boys and I keep without gloves, we weren't in the wicket keeping position. Which position we did in? What is wrong with Dwight Chateau, man? Dwight didn't know that the man said the bowler go feel a silly Zidane. Which bowler feel a silly Zidane, brother, after I'm bowler ball? Silly Zidane is the man under the helmet. And there's a difference, you know what? Next card. Because I might just end up settings the Friday evening and get myself in trouble. Dwight, you sound absolutely ridiculous most of the time. Next one here.
Hello?
Sure. Milk it.
No, man, we can't bother with
it. Was horrible, G-Style.
All right. Sure. Big up National. You know I always say boy Pioneers are good, right? Is it done?
Yes.
But National is right there with him still. I think it's because National retired.
Yes.
So Pioneer kind of got the good ship a little bit by default, because to me, two of them would have buckled up for the good ship. National, I rate National that way there, yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
He was speaking about back in the day, Zidane.
Yes.
And I said this. You see, if somebody said they don't want to compare back in the day to nowadays, I can understand. Here's why. Maybe about 2, 3, I go look a while ago. Maybe about 5, 6 years ago, actually. I was playing basketball in Air Force Ones. No, I've never played basketball in Air Force Ones. I always have a proper basketball shoe, right? But I can't remember why, but I ended up playing basketball in Air Force Ones. So then, do you know when Air Force Ones were made by any chance?
When they were made?
Yeah.
No.
They were made in 1984.
Okay.
They were the first pair of Jordans. So Jordans and Air Force One is really the same shoe, right? Anyway, you see, after I done play ball, Zidane, I almost broke my heel. I said that to say this. In the 60s, they were playing with Converse, Chuck Taylor Converse All-Stars.
Yes.
Bro, that's a shoe made in the 60s or 50s or whenever they started making Chuck Taylors, right?
Yes.
So a shoe in 1984 almost broke my heel. Imagine a shoe made in the 60s or the 50s.
Yes.
So, and then you know that traveling and etc. etc. So I give them a whole heap of respect, man. A whole heap of respect.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of what National was saying about the rules, so because remember I'm talking about the equipment and shoes. That's really all you need. You just need a basketball and shoes to play basketball. You don't need nothing else. But shoes is an important part of the equipment.
Yes.
Now the traveling now, Zidane, are you aware that players nowadays get an extra step compared to in the 80s and the 90s?
Yes.
It's called a gather step.
Yeah, man. I'm aware.
All right. So that in itself makes it a whole lot easier to play. Plus, you can carry the ball more than you could in those days as well.
Yes.
All right. So that goes to what National is saying. No, to what Raka was saying, no, my boss. That is what I want to talk about. He said that in game number 4, Lakers against Minnesota, LeBron James took a 3 from about maybe 28 to 30.
Yeah, man, I remember the 3. They were up 2.
Yes, they were up 2 with about a minute left.
Yeah.
And I hear a lot of people on TV and I hear a lot of people even on local radio saying LeBron James should not have taken that shot. Now, Zidane, you see, if I'm a coach and my player who can shoot the 3 doesn't take that shot in that moment, I'm going to have a big problem.
Yeah, because that would have iced the game pretty much, you know, man. That would have been a dagger, you know.
Now, here's my question to these people. So let's play it out, right? LeBron James doesn't take that shot. They say they want LeBron James driving to the hoop because he's one of the best drivers ever.
Yeah.
Right? So let's play it out. If he's from 30 feet, do you think the opposition is going to give LeBron James a dunk from that distance?
No.
More than likely, somebody's going to come into his path, and what is he going to have to do with that?
Yeah, the reason why he got the 3 is because the defender dropped off, you know.
Yeah.
To prevent the drive, you know. That's why he got the 3.
No, but one thing is, let's just play it out.
Yes.
LeBron James drives to the hoop. Somebody gets in his path. No, he's going to have to pass it out to what? For somebody else to shoot a 3, right?
Yes.
So my question to the people who are saying that, what is wrong with LeBron James shooting the 3? Why would you want him to drive just for him to pass the ball to somebody else to shoot the 3?
Yes.
I see Luka Doncic taking the same shots all the time. I don't hear nobody saying Luka Doncic should turn down an open 3. I don't hear anybody saying Kevin Durant should turn on an open 3. I don't hear anybody saying Chris Paul should turn on an open 3. So why would LeBron James turn down an open 3? Anybody who says that, please tell me, how does that make basketball sense? It doesn't.
Yeah.
Because if he does, the only thing he's going to do is pass the ball to somebody else. No, if LeBron James is supposed to be one of the greatest players of all time, some people think he's top 5, some people ridiculously think he's top 2. No, why would arguably the second or third or fourth greatest player of all time turn down a wide open shot? If he does, what they're saying is he's lacking confidence.
Yeah.
One of the greatest players of all time should never lack confidence.
I agree.
You should never want him to turn down a shot. And then when people said that, I would love to know, what are you really implying? Because LeBron James is about what? What's his career from 3? About 35%?
Yeah, about thereabouts.
And LeBron James is shooting in the regular season about 40%.
Yeah, man, he has improved tremendously over the years.
So, Raka...
He went for the juggler. He went for the juggler, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, that's what he did.
How can you blame a man who goes for the dagger shot and he's wide open?
Because he got the block. Then the former Dallas player knocked down a 3. They went up by 2. And I think LeBron got the steal as well on the other possession. And then LeBron James never go for the dagger.
He did it against Nasri.
Yeah, so I understand it now. So the momentum was with LeBron and with the Lakers. So if that shot gone in 5 points up with a minute left, Lakers likely to win the game.
Nobody should not be saying LeBron on TV, in Jamaica, in China, in Russia, wherever you are, you should not be saying LeBron James should take that shot. Right? It was kind of similar. Anyway, I'm not even talk about that. That's all I wanted to say.
Yes.
That shot there, if you're a star player, you don't turn down wide open shots. If you're a superstar player, you don't turn down wide open 3s. That's it.
Yeah, man. All right, G-Star. Big up.
Big up, G-Star.
Hey, we're going to have a thunderstorm today. I heard Pioneer this morning talking on behalf of LeBron James. And in the afternoon, G-Star is talking on behalf of LeBron James.
Yeah, but I've heard that discussion. What does the word choking mean? I've heard that discussion about people choking without a definition of choking. It is what kind of separate one platform from another. Anyway, make we go back on.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, man. How you do?
Good afternoon.
Who this?
Afternoon. Teach one.
Oh, teach.
Oh, you didn't teach.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Yes. Since I was trying to get through from Monday because I was trying to respond to a statement that Zidane made. But I want to be clear on what he said because I wasn't clear. I was just listening to, I don't remember if it was Garvey, his usual ranting about the minister.
Oh, if it's the minister of sport,
So
it was definitely Garvey was on the line. Hold the line. It was Garvey. Let me tell you what I said when I come back from the break. Don't move. We're coming back.
Get ready for a weekend of excitement at the Caymanas Carnival of Racing, May 3rd and 4th at Caymanas Park. Join us on day one for the Breakfast Cup, the Mute Mile Press launch, and the Charity Kentucky Derby watch party with the American Women's Group of Jamaica. Then catch the action-packed front-runner Portmore and Kingston Stakes on day 2 as the road to the Triple Crown reaches its climax. Don't miss world-class racing, stylish hospitality, and unforgettable memories. The Caymanas Carnival of Racing, where elegance meets excitement.
Tracy, who you go give on now? You're too fast. Hey, me I got your text now for buy up my sugar bun, wine slice, bulla, coffee strip, and marble cake, plus some raisin bread, banana cake, and the best rock cake for the pitney them. Me can't get some? No. Go buy your own. Hey!
Jotex Bakery. Visit 20 Gold Street, Kingston, or call 922-5768. Open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Delivery island-wide. Jotex Bakery. So nice, so right.
Conditions apply. You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Alrighty then, thank you very much. Welcome back. Yeah, so Garvey, I was saying that if the minister is changed and somebody else gets a position, I wouldn't have a problem with that because I don't think she's doing the best job. That's what.
Oh, so you said the minister wasn't doing a good job?
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, but and my question is, why did you say that actually?
Yeah, because
must have...
there's some things I'm aware of that I was told in confidence. So that kind of, and I can't repeat them because then everybody will know who tell me. But then also to add now.
Open statement.
Yeah, man, but to add now, I'm telling you, when I decided to say, listen, these people and the things they are telling me, they're right, was when she said when there was a light issue and we weren't able to play the game in the night. The Minister of Sports said, despite months and months of the light being reported to be poor at National Stadium, she said she was not aware that the Jamaica had a light issue and we were going to miss it, the opportunity to play the game in the night. I was taken aback and I could not believe. So I'm saying clearly the minister, because the National Stadium and the Jamaica National Stadium, it doesn't get any bigger than that in sport in Jamaica. And I'm saying, if you are not aware of that, then I'm saying you're not on top of things. That was,
okay.
Yeah,
right.
so that was the icing on the cake for me.
Let me respond to you now.
Yes.
Let me respond to you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with due respect, it might be our most popular sport, football. To us, the regular persons, that football is in and itself, most of us, how we do our daily activities. However, for the minister, football, cricket, a host of other sports, you understand, have to have equal value in her eyes, no matter how you look at it. Because if the football players or the football association is going to demand and scream about whatever it is, so does the person that does table tennis, netball. A matter of fact, did you know that we even play rugby?
No, the reason why I made the football
point. Hold on.
No, man, hold on. You're missing the point, man.
Hold on.
Hold on, Carla, man. No, because I'm saying when... No, man, no. But you're missing the point, man. The fact that you're bringing up lesser sport, the point was not that football is more important. Listen to Carla,
lesser sport in whose eyes?
No, listen to what I'm saying.
In yours.
When I mention football, I'm not saying football is more important than the other sport. I'm saying the fact that it was a football game, I'm saying she should have been aware without a doubt that there was a problem with the light leading up to the time of the game. How can it's not like if it was
as we are saying it is that we lay persons like myself and persons that were not too attached to football. But we have witnessed football being played.
But there was a problem with the light for many months, my boss.
Hold on to that.
Even the journalists them struggle to see on the down the field.
Hold on to that. Let me make a point. She has persons that does the management of all of these things that reports to her. You understand? And if these persons, you understand, don't report to her about little things or big things like the light going to affect a particular big game for football, there is no table tennis board enough to host the Caribbean table tennis competition. The netball court wants to be refurbished to do the netball. The softball, because we play rugby, we play so many sports. If these persons don't report to her to say that this is what we are looking at now. You understand?
Yeah.
The football is important, everything coming up and so on. Because it's the truth, I'm Zidane. I sit and watch games play under the light at the stadium, and I was not aware that the light wasn't good enough until
it was really poor.
This program, which is that's why this program gets so much kudos.
Yes.
Went to some games, look at the lighting, start to see the lighting as a problem. And I'm saying is that, Zidane, we have to do much more than say, boy, ask the minister head because a football game couldn't be played.
No, then
it has to be a string of situations, that lead to we're asking for the minister's head,
All right, fair point. But what about now when questions were asked in relation to the track and improvement of the track, so for champs and other things, and the comment was that good questions were asked, and the comment from the minister was, Wavelines is not a track person, he's a cricketer. That was poor for me. It is poor. You want the minister to be able to respond. Yeah. In the media, we are taxpayers. We want the minister to answer good questions intelligently so the public can understand what is going on. I thought that was poor on her behalf.
No, man. And I tell you something. You see, in a different year, in a post-election year or so, you would not get such a response.
That means she couldn't answer the question then. She couldn't answer the question then. It means that she has struggled.
Let us say that response wasn't.
But if you had things in place, the right things in place, you'd answer the question intelligently. Answer this and this and this and this. We are fine. The fact that she struggled to answer the question, it means that she has struggled.
Yeah, man. Again, you can't say she never have things in place, because as I said to you again, there are persons to which, you understand, she would have given these responsibilities and keeping her up to date.
All right.
You understand?
All right.
Even for the track, you understand? No, nobody was panicking about whatever the track going to be at whatever time,
Teacher, I'll leave you with this.
You mentioned, I think that there are sources that you hear that you can mention.
Yes.
Look at the color of the track.
All right.
That's my contribution.
I'll leave you with this to a teacher. I would have no problem with she being replaced with another person from the Jamaica Labour Party.
No, man. It's all right, man.
All right, big up yourself.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Have a nice day.
All
right, cool.
Yeah, man.
All right. We go back online, Asta. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Yes, how are you today?
Yeah, man, I'm good. This is optimistic. I've been calling a while,
Optimistic?
Yes, Orville.
Interesting.
Yeah, man. But, when I heard Richard Steeple earlier, it was quite refreshing. He and I, we go way back, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Schoolboy cricket and all that. I was a little bit ahead of him, but we played a little bit of cricket, schoolboy level. One of the things that I remember distinctly about Steeple, they had a trial match for national team at Melbourne.
Mm-hmm.
When he walked out to bat, and he was facing his first delivery, and he had a leave alone. It was one of the biggest cheers I've ever heard in a cricket match.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. It was a leave alone, nothing else.
No, and Staple, if batting could, Staple make batting look like something can't eat, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. If you're talking about easy on the eye, man. Oh my God.
Easy on the eyes. Like you see him, they say, wow, this man can bat.
And even now, you know, Staple play Masters right now, you know. Fair side name New York Masters. You know.
Yes.
And even now, when you see, man, them stroke it clean like a whistle, see away, man.
No,
with little effort. Yeah, man.
Little effort. That he was very class, you know. But my thing though, Orville.
Yeah.
The bowler does have a fielding position.
What's the name of that position?
Fine leg, long leg.
That is when him not bowling.
All right. Because I think a lot.
Yes.
Me
I talk while him in the act of bowling. What is that fielding position name?
Because I am just trying to say these people cannot be serious.
Cannot be serious. Carla, you know, oftentimes the batsman play a shot before the fast bowler completing for the throw.
Yes.
So in involved in the feeling aspect, none at all oftentimes. So by the time the shot play and gone to the boundary before, he might complete him follow through. We don't understand.
No, but I found it ridiculous when I heard just now at the laugh.
Yeah.
When Dwight said that the bowler feels that
silly middle,
and he
not realizing that
the position.
He never know. Remember, this is the man come and say, Orville, you're no longer a cricket guru. And the man does not know what silly mid-off is for a cricket.
Oh God, I laughed.
Yeah. Come on. The man is a walking embarrassment.
No, and I'm saying that nothing is wrong with you trying to bring another side of the argument, but make it make sense.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. No, when he moved to the wicket keeper.
Oh my man, that was I felt embarrassed, man, for the program. Not for him, you know. I wouldn't want a stranger to take up the turn on the radio and listening to that a while ago.
And you said the right thing. You said to him, Zidane, that he's more intelligent.
Yeah, man, you're better than that, do I? Listen, if you admit that the wicketkeeper position is when he's behind the stump and he's gonna catch the ball if it pass, if there's a catch, he's gonna try to stump and do all of that. Now, if he's off and somebody is go behind the stump and doing the exact same thing, he's in the wicketkeeper's position.
Simple.
They not the basics of that.
Man say if him not have no gloves, he's not in the wicketkeeping position.
He doesn't have to have the gloves for him to be the wicketkeeper.
No, it's what you do determine if you're in the wicketkeeper position or not. You know, not the gloves you wear, you know.
God, man, if the wicketkeeper take off him gloves, he's no longer in the wicketkeeping position. No, man, oh God, man.
I don't know how Dwight is going to come back from this one. Because believe me, I know him better than this. But oh God.
Here's the difference between you and Zidane. Between you and Zidane and me.
Yes.
Zidane says he knows he's brighter than that.
Yes.
The truth is I don't know that. But make me leave it there, sir. I want to squeeze one.
All right,
big up.
I'm a good one, guys.
Cool. Yeah, beg for somebody. Astar, who is it? Send it through. Hello,
Dr. Watson.
Dr. Watson.
Good afternoon, Dr. Watson. Yeah, deserving.
You have 2 minutes now.
Yes.
Don't waste no time.
I used to play cricket, and you know, even when we play district A against district B, is ICT rules we use.
Yeah.
I would never had any gloves.
That means you were not in the wicket keeping position.
I was the wicket keeper. I stopped keeping because my district expected me to keep without gloves.
No, I'm telling you that though you were stumping people and them something that you were not in the wicket keeping position. Because you have to have gloves to be in the wicket keeping position.
Because the last match I played as a wicket keeper from a district and me go swell up.
You were not a wicket keeper. You were just a man behind the stumps. You don't understand?
I play with the wicket. The next thing happened, yesterday I allow your charlatan brethren to call me a bush doctor.
Me never, which man made that now?
Your charlatan friend man from Manning.
Oh, who that?
Oh, QC.
Oh, QC. Yeah, QC have to go work. You go work out that one.
QC, now the man has been training on that.
Yeah, QC have to work out that one. Yeah.
Arville, you know what happened?
Yeah.
You see when facts hit you, and you don't even understand the argument, you resort to those kind of attacks.
Why not? I don't think QC set out fit for attack.
No, I mean, take that as fun still. Yeah. I was just something. But you see, one of the things with with Dwight, you know. I think some of these people don't really play the game, you know.
No, clearly Dwight. No, hey, you know one of the things you said to your fast, you didn't want your fast bowler back bending on my boss. And you want your fast bowler to feel a silly bit off. Clearly Dwight, no we part silly bit off the party feel, you know.
I was a whooping bat. I was a whooping bat, and I used to feel that still me down and still me off a lot. And I used to feel that mid down and mid off a lot. You see when the bowlers come down, like especially a fast bowler, you say leave it. You don't even want him then, as you say.
Then that me does I tell you?
You say leave it.
Mm-hmm.
The fast bowler, especially a fast bowler, you don't want him to be, you want him to be able to back up, you know, but you want him to run back to the non-strikers then and stand up over the stump down there. You don't want him to be, well, the spinner is different. You expect the spinner to run down and save a single. And
that calm on the man. But it is obvious, people, that Dwight Chateau, who over the years have been arguing cricket with me about this and that and that, it is clear now that Dwight Chateau never used to play cricket or never used to understand cricket. If you listen, people, me not claim for no whole heap of other sports, you know. I know enough. But me telling us, so when it comes to cricket, I can hold my own in any company. Dwight Chateau doesn't deserve to discuss cricket with me anymore. If you claim to be an out-and-out cricket man and don't know where slim it off.
I did. And him say me don't know cricket.
God almighty. Okay. Oh, so you don't know what the position is, but I just said the bowler field. Slim it off. Dwight, I am telling you, I refuse to chat no more cricket for at least another month. We're not June. No more cricket discussion with you. Unless you say, Orville, I was wrong. I don't even know how you're going to come back from. You're doing no silly bit off. Or fast bowler feel a silly bit off. People, next week.
Yeah, man. All right, that is it. So big up to Mr. Hoyt, big up to Miss Marion, big up to all the callers. Big up yourself nonetheless to chat. I know you embarrass yourself today for sure. One of the worst days. Worst since you said double ducks. And 300 the umpire did enough. Joke thing, brother. If the man gone behind the stump and he must catch, he must stump people, take catches for out people, he must take catches after the ball is passed, he's playing as a wicket keeper even though he don't have any gloves. But Monday, so long.
That's the Sports Desk for today. Remember to tune in and participate on the Sports Desk Mondays through to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m.
Praise the Lord. Greetings and salutations to all of our wonderful, wonderful friends all over Jamaica. Listen, this is Dr. John Wayne Manning from Omega Church and Omega Radio. It has always been my dream to establish